Yo, we back, bro. I told y'all I might be back later tonight, and we're back. But didn't come alone this time. Nuh-uh. Got my dude Travis MCP in the building.
Guess who's back? Back again.
That's right, man.
Viper's back with a friend.
Yeah.
What is going down?
Got the army on deck. What's happening,
right,
bro?
Son. Let's do it.
Yo,
let's go.
We in the building.
That's right.
So I tried to scare you earlier tonight.
Yeah, I saw you said you were doing something. What all did you end up doing?
Talking about the rise of AI, man. Guy in there, bro. Guy in it here.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. I understand that we need to move forward. I understand that. I'm not new to this game, and things are great when your phone can do all the things until it takes over, and then that's a wrap. And I've done videos about it, and I've talked about it on Twitter for a very long time, and I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. Not all of it, anyway. I'm not here for all of it. I'm here for some of it, but not all of it. Oh, Photo Fencer, you didn't have a phone. I didn't know. That's interesting. You got a YouTube channel with no phone.
Yo, man, it's more than a phone, Travis, though. I mean, with the 5G network coming up, man, I mean, these machines could become fully autonomous, man, with the speed.
Yeah, so I saw your 5G thing, which is legit, man. What an incredible kind of experience that must have been. I can only imagine. But really, you're right. It's not really about the speed. It's about like the latency and the ability for things like autonomy and self-driving cars to be able to be real time.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. And I might live long enough to see some of it, which is crazy. It's crazier because once upon a time we used to dream about the little things on Star Trek where they'd talk to each other from hundreds of thousands of miles away or whatever. And now we're doing that stuff all the time. We're live streaming, on our phones sometimes. Like the things we can do now. We talk to people across the country, around the world in seconds from your phone.
I mean, when Jordan was talking to me at Verizon yesterday, he was talking about maybe like doctors being able to perform actual surgery across the country, across the world in real time. Like, what?
That's what's up.
Like,
well, that's good. That's a good use. And I think there'll be a lot of that, but there's also the problem is once you kind of expand this, everyone's joking about this Snapchat filter. Everyone's making fun. Everyone thinks it's funny and cute. This is the beginning of worldwide abilities to do deep fakes.
I know where you're going.
It's not like a deep fake, but it is fake enough. I've seen enough of those pictures to think that those are actually females. Because at first I didn't know what it was. I'm not on no damn Snapchat. I'm like, who are these females? Like, why are they cheating? And then I come to find out, like, wait a minute, that's not a female. That's a dude with a filter, and it's scary, man. I don't like it. Just like Flaw says, I don't like that.
Travis is like, hold up, are you a dude or are you a female?
There's enough of that to deal with on the regular. I don't need it on the internet too.
You ain't lying.
Don't need it on the internet.
Man.
You gotta be checking sometimes. You gotta be checking.
You better check, man. You better check. Check like 3 times.
Make sure you can have your life, but don't fool me.
You gotta check under the hood sometimes. You gotta check under the hood.
Right.
You gotta
live your life. I appreciate you for having your life, but you gotta make sure the advertisement is legit. I don't want no clickbait. Clickbait out here for real. Some real clickbait.
That man said catfish. He said, "Don't catfish me, bro."
That's right.
every test drive ain't a good test drive, right, Travis?
That's right. You don't need that, man. You don't need all that. Just tell me what the advertisement is. Advertise your stuff.
That's right. That's right. Exquisite. Check the spec, baby. Check
That's
the spec. Oh, we are wilding. Oh my God.
We are wilding.
No, but what I was talking about earlier tonight is like right now, every Tesla on the road has the ability for full autopilot, even if you don't pay for it. Some of them, if you buy it, if you buy that part of the experience, then you'll have that available to you. But if you don't, then it's just dormant in the software and you can't use it. But every Tesla has autopilot out there. So how long is it before all these Tesla can become fully autonomous and operate themselves with the way technology is moving. I mean,
so let me talk about that for a second. So that Lexus thing that I did a couple of weeks back when Lexus reached out to me and wanted me to try their cars or whatever, all their cars apparently now have driver assist and stuff, which is cool. I appreciate that, but it's not perfect. So the guy was like, yeah, all you got to do is get it between two lines and it'll pretty much like turn you and you know, it'll keep you within the lines, do all these things. But I did that once. I go, hey, look what's happening. This thing was not stopping. So I'm like, okay, it's not perfect. But here's the other thing. This sort of technology has been out for quite a while. A couple of years back, the Jeep Cherokee, which I have one, by the way, had a huge hack where people were actually they showed that you could hack into a car from miles away and like hit the brakes and everything. Ooh. And that's where we're coming. That's where we're getting to. And that scares me. Yeah. That is what people are going to start having car accidents because people somewhere in Yentang in someone's basement is a state, run organization. And now they're trying to crash people. And this is why I don't like too much automation. That's why I love technology, but it's got to be a limit. It's good, Drift.
When I first heard about cars with computer systems and things and like that, I'm like, hold on, Brand. I ain't trying to drive anything that could be hacked. I'm not trying to have none of that stuff. So yeah, you're right. It's crazy out here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand the need for some of it. I think once you get on all automated cars on the road at one time, there'll be less accidents. I believe that 100%. There's this weird kind of in between time where there's some people driving and some people automatic cars, and that's this weird where people get kind of uncomfortable about it. But if they're all automated, you're fine. But, at the end of the day, like that then puts you into a whole nother risk factor where people can, and this is the thing that bothers me. So I have my house is pretty much all automated lights and everything, but I stopped at certain things. While I have cameras all around my house, I don't have any inside. B, I don't have any of my locks automated, including my garage door. That was just too much because there was one day I was sitting, this is no lie, sitting at my TV, flipping through the channels. I used to have a sling box. You know what the sling box is? Remember those?
Yep.
Yeah, so you could watch your TV on your phone from somewhere else. This was before like live streaming was really kind of a big deal on phones. It was just a cool thing to have. It's a little set-top box you put on top of your like cable box or whatever, and then it shoots your video directly to your phone. I was watching TV, and all of a sudden my menu screen comes up, and then it starts going down, picking different channels. I'm like, I said, I'm done. That's a wrap. I'm done. I pulled it out because someone had hacked my system and was going to watch TV. So I'm like, no, there's certain things that I'm going to stop at, and things like cameras inside. And listen, I have laptops and stuff, whatever. That's fine. But I mean, like automated things. I do have Alexa everywhere. Not afraid of that. But that other stuff, man, I can't do it.
No, it's really scary. I mean, I was telling them earlier about last year we watched a demonstration of an artificial intelligence making a phone call and sounding just like a human being at Google I/O. If you didn't know that was a robot, you would have never known that was a robot that was making that phone call. It is that scary. And that alludes to your earlier point about deep fake. I mean, it goes deeper than what you see. I mean, what you hear could be fake too.
That's true terrorism at its finest.
Yeah.
What if I have a video of Viper getting it in with Kylie Jenner when she was 12? Come on, man.
Oh, God. Wow.
I'm going to hold you for ransom. Then what?
Man, seriously.
What are you going to do about it? I got a video of it. It happened.
I think Joe Rogan posted something on Twitter earlier today about how he saw a bunch of his clips from his podcast being used. And I think he was having a conversation with some AI or whatever, but it wasn't him. It was like a compilation of clips of him having an actual like real-time conversation with something. I forgot what he was talking about, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, people who are famous and stuff and have a lot of footage of things are definitely the most in danger because you can easily, even without like deepfakes, you can chop stuff up enough to make things seem like things that actually they never happened. That's scary enough. But yeah, man, when the common person who doesn't put themselves out there to be consumed like we do, it's really scary. Like I think about this sometimes. I'm trying to grow my channel, trying to do big things and whatever, and I want to make it into a business and get the community going. But there are a lot of risks involved with doing that, and it's just a shame, man, that people can't just mind their own and just enjoy some nice people doing nice things, man.
So no doubt. So I got the tweet, and Joe Rogan tweeted, "I just listened to an AI generated audio recording of me talking about chimp hockey teams, and it's terrifyingly accurate."
Oh my gosh, that is scary, man. That's scary. But then the other thing becomes like, well, you can just deny everything then, because what do you believe? Like, what point is it? Like, what about a crime? Like, oh, this is a video of him shooting someone. Well, no, it's a deep fake. It was never me. Well, does everyone get off unless like you can fake so many things now? It's just, it used to be if you have video footage of something, then that's it. That's a wrap. Oh, yeah, that was it. If not, now it's like, you can't prove anything, man. That's some scary stuff. I always say one of the scariest things is to be accused of something that you didn't do, because especially when your relationship is terrible. Because when you didn't do nothing, you have no proof that you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything.
Yeah,
you got no proof.
Right.
That is terrible. It's a terrible situation to be in, is to be accused of something you didn't do, because generally speaking, you don't have any proof.
Yeah, I think that having a conversation with Roberto a few weeks ago, he was talking about how he was fearful that AI could be weaponized like that. And yeah,
man.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because even though most of the stuff is in its infancy, you don't really worry about it being weaponized like that. But I mean, it's like you said, with these deep fakes and things going on right now today, I mean, we're in a situation where AI can be weaponized today to do major damage. I mean, it's scary.
Well, that's why I sit there and shake my head as people are making these little things on Snapchat. Like, I understand people think it's funny or whatever, but it's like, this is the beginning of the end, man. Like, don't be too happy about it. And I'm not like the conspiracy dude. That's not my gig at all. But I'm a kind of a realist. You start seeing this. It's never been so easy to fake something like that. Like, it's just weird.
It's weird. No, I was talking to them earlier tonight about your video, and I'm like, man, Travis made a video where we got robots doing parkour, and then we got robots that look like giant flying birds. They look like real birds, but it's a robot. Like,
dude, that thing is scary. I made it funny because I think it's a funny subject, but I was being serious. I'm like, listen, this is. I mean, we can laugh at it and think it's cool now, but when that thing is coming after you. When that robotic dude is coming after you, some robot dogs are coming after your ass, that's a wrap, man.
Bro, like,
I did not see that robotic eagle swooping down, and I can't try to sleep at night if I see that, so I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to see that.
I mean, it's crazy. Like I told you all earlier tonight, Skynet is here. It's not Terminator 2 was not a movie. Terminator 2 was prophecy, man. It's the prophecy.
And you know what's interesting? I just based on what LeBaron just said, he said I thought I was the only one who those filters freaked out. It's almost like it's being normalized, like the fact that you can do that so easily, so that it gets slipped into our society easier. Because like it's no longer like a shock. It's like, oh yeah, I saw that in Snapchat. Oh yeah, I guess they can do that now. You don't think anything about it. It's not like the first time it's used, like they assassinate the president. It's like, is that a thing? Holy shit! No, and that's gonna be like, no, yeah, it's a thing. I did it on Snapchat last week. It's like, oh.
It's crazy. Like I said, between all of these Teslas having autopilot and the speed of 5G, which, like you said, decreases latency and all this stuff that's coming together, converging, how long is it before all these machines can operate fully autonomous without the need for human interaction?
Yeah, and to go down the conspiracy rabbit hole, if there was a centralized kind of intelligence, it has access to all of us. I mean, our phones alone give it all the information it could ever want. All the information everyone. That's why a lot of people are like, I won't have Alexa in my house. I don't want no microphone in my house. Dude, you have a GPS camera with the smarts of a freaking ridiculous superpower computer in your pocket at all times. If you think that thing can't hear and see what you are doing, you are not paying attention. Alexa ain't doing nothing compared to that thing.
I have been telling people for months that privacy is an illusion. If you own a smartphone, you've already compromised your privacy. It's over with.
If you're on Facebook, which we already know, that's definitely highest bidder gets your information.
Seriously, but like I said, if you own a smartphone, if you even go online, if you go on the internet, you have compromised your privacy. Like, just stop it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, that's just. I can't even think about it. All right, let's talk about something positive.
I scared him. I got him.
I ain't trying to talk about this, though. It's not good, man.
I got him. I scared him, y'all. We got him.
It's not good, man. It's not good.
So, all right. So let's talk about some other things. What are your thoughts on the newly released today OnePlus Pro? OnePlus
I'm glad you're asking that. I'm glad you're asking that because I've seen a couple videos here and there, and I actually want one. And that's something I wouldn't have ever thought. I wouldn't have ever thought that, but I'm very intrigued by it. But for simple reasons, like I like the fact that it's an all-screen front. That is the biggest reason right now. I like that the battery is pretty solid. I like that it's inexpensive. Quote unquote inexpensive. I actually talk about that in my video tomorrow. Take it easy, PhotoFin. I'm very intrigued by it. One of the only reasons that I didn't, really consider getting one. Well, there's two reasons why I didn't consider actually get. Well, maybe three reasons. I didn't exactly. I made a video that I'll release next week, and one that I'll release tomorrow that kind of talks about my thoughts on the landscape of smartphones right now. I think pricing is a big thing, and I think OnePlus did a great job there. But I watched. What was it? Mr. Mobile's, I think, video of it was that he thought that the camera wasn't that good.
Yep.
And then I immediately saw people talking about like Gcam or something. So I actually referenced that in tomorrow's video. That if that's all it takes to fix it, then that phone is such a home run. And what I do like, and I talk about this tomorrow, what I do like is the new trend that we're seeing to lower price for like the value proposition is getting higher from some other companies. Now, obviously, we're seeing it a little bit from Samsung and Apple, a little bit with the 750-ish mark, but now we're seeing people go, oh, you really? Oh, yeah, well, let's throw down even more. Because the video I released the other day when I talked about like how Samsung could lose their #1 spot just based completely on the fact that their pricing is kind of out of whack, is really telling when Huawei, who isn't even logistically or really literally in America in any significant way, is #2. Not that far from #1. So I think it says a lot. The people are kind of done, upgrading.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, right here in my very hand, I have a $400 Pixel 3 AXL, which has an industry-leading camera, has a OLED display, full HD, and it's $400, and it's amazing. It's an amazing device. So you are absolutely right. The value proposition is increasing. We're getting phones that are very, very good at affordable prices. So the landscape is changing. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Samsung and Apple react later this year with the Note 10 and the iPhone. Yeah. I don't think much is going to change. I think they're still going to be over $1,000. But, I mean, at some point...
Yeah, because it's too late. It's too late for them right now. Yeah, they've already made it. They're just...
Yeah, at some point, they're going to have to respect the change in market because...
Yep.
Otherwise, it's going to get interesting. Not a good way.
I mean, the 10e selling pretty good now. It's selling at the same rate as the 10 Plus at the moment. And I talked about this in my prediction when I said the 10e is going to be the best-selling S10 of the year. And that's because the S10 Plus and stuff was pre-ordered because people pre-order the higher-end stuff. They don't pre-order your budget phone. No one does that.
No.
So now the 10e is starting to catch up, and it will surpass it later this year. Although those prices, man, did you see that they? I posted on Twitter today that you can get like an unlocked S10 Plus for like $700 on eBay.
Right. I saw that. Right. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, Samsung phones don't hold their value anyway. But I thought the interesting thing about the OnePlus was I got really hyped about it after the unveiling. I was really hyped about it. I probably shouldn't have been, but I was. And the funny thing was, it then immediately made me go, "Oh crap! That makes the Pixel 3a and Pixel 3a XL like it seems like a better deal." Because I was like, man, $700 for all that, that's great. And then I go, oh crap, yeah, the Pixel minus the processor is a really good deal now. Like it was a good deal, but now you really start to go, well, if the OnePlus is a really great deal, then the 3a and 3a XL are really good deals. So
yeah,
we there, man. We doing it.
Now like I keep saying, OnePlus has put themselves in a precarious position because the phone starts at $669, which puts them almost directly against Samsung and Apple because you got the XR at $750 and the S10e at $750, and those phones have more features than the OnePlus 7 Pro. So I'm like, I don't know OnePlus. I mean, it's cute when you're budget, but you're not so budget anymore.
Well, so the 669 and even the 690, I think the 699 still beats either of the 749 phones. In a lot of ways. Now, the possible exception is the iPhone, obviously not by the screen and obviously not by the storage, but by the capabilities of that processor and that operating system. The fact that it'll be, consistently updated for the next many years, and it's an incredible processor. Short of, well, I guess you could say pretty much the same about the 10e. But overall, I still think they match up really well. The camera is the only thing that doesn't between those two. Like the cameras on the obviously on the iPhone and the Samsung are really, really good. I like to see a shootout between those three. What you're seeing a lot of people do, and I think it's wrong, is they're doing comparisons between the S10 Plus and like the OnePlus 7. And while they are flagships, they're not appropriate flagships. You got to go by price. So you either do it against the S10, the regular S10 or the S10e. And the most appropriate would be the S10e just by price.
Right.
And I believe the OnePlus would look pretty good against that. It's not necessarily going to look great against the 10 Plus. I think it would do pretty well against the 10e. I'd like to see that.
I mean, the thing about the OnePlus is that for whatever reason, their ideology or whatever, they are still not embracing wireless charging when their competition does. Like I said, you can get away with stuff like that when you're in a $500 range, but when you come up to $600, $700 range, and your competition has wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, and you don't even have wireless charging, it starts to become a little bit more apparent that you don't have that in other features. And like you said, it wasn't only just Mr. Mobile. MKBHD himself too said that the camera wasn't up to snuff. So I don't know.
But then the question becomes, if you put that Gcam thing on it, does it make it better? I mean, I don't know. I'd have to have someone try it. And if that is what makes it better and good enough and comparable, then it'd be hard to beat. If it's just an app thing, that just means they can just do some software hacks and make it better. So,
potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know. I forget who's on Twitter always talking about Gcam. Just put Gcam on. Terry Warfield.
Yep.
Yeah, he likes Gcam.
Or our buddy LeBaron had a chance to handle a OnePlus 7 Pro today. He kind of mesmerized. Kind of funny.
Yeah, I got to see that in store. I got to go. I should have gone to the store today. I might go this weekend and check one out in person. I really do want to see. I want to see one in person. And listen, my Pro with that, that 120 hertz on the iPad Pro. Weren't you the first time you look at it? I love my Pro for that. But the funny thing is, you get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have the phone next to it and kind of swipe it and kind of go, oh yeah. Because let me tell you, if they put that on a phone, that's a wrap, dude. I mean, Razer, camera trash from the other galaxies.
Razer put it on their phones, and OnePlus got 90 hertz. So I don't know why Apple. I don't know why Apple doesn't do a few things. Like I don't know why we still don't have full multitasking on iPhone Max models. I don't know why they haven't put the 120 hertz on an iPhone model yet. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Maybe this year. Has that been the rumor that they're going to up the refresh rate on the phones? Has that been a rumor?
I've heard nothing about that at all.
That's too bad. Yeah, they definitely need to do something big this year because the 10R is outselling everything else. That really says a lot to Apple. Like they need to concentrate more on that type of phone rather than the high end. It's not to say you should forget the high end. Shouldn't. But you need to concentrate more on those 10Rs or 11Rs, whatever they're going to be called.
Yeah. But I mean, they got to focus on them, and they also have to make them competitive with the competition. Because if you're gonna nerf the 11R, then I mean, like I said, you got Samsung coming in here with the S10e, and then you got OnePlus making a super flagship for $699. I mean, there's not too many things that OnePlus 7 Pro doesn't have that their flagships do. So.
Yeah,
they can't nerf the 11R too much, otherwise. I mean, but the other thing is like the 11R is not really competing with the OnePlus and the Samsung because it runs iOS. It's about two different operators.
Yeah, so. I'll never forget something Prosser said a long time ago. And it's really stuck with me. It's like you're not really choosing iPhone versus like a Samsung phone. You're choosing iOS versus Android. That's what it comes down to. And I keep bringing myself back to that because it's very true. It's not exactly fair to do an iPhone of any type to an Android of some type because they're two different phones. To do while they can do the same things and apps are the same, the experiences are different. The way they work is different. So it's rare that you're going to have a person that's really legitimately trying to figure out one or the other. It's usually one. Like if you're an Android person, you're just trying to figure out what phone in Android. And if you're iOS, you're just looking for either the least expensive or the top end.
Yeah, two different operating systems. So like I always tell people, you got to choose what works best for you and go from there.
Yeah.
as you watch my video, and a lot of people watch my video, but the Galaxy S10 5G is a thing officially now, and it's out in the wild. There's a couple of differences besides 5G from the regular Galaxy S10. Like it has 4 cameras on the back instead of 3. I think the 4th camera is a time of flight camera. Apparently, you can do portrait video with the Galaxy 510 SG. Now, I haven't had a chance to do anything with that. Well, I didn't really like I think when I was in the store yesterday, I was messing with the feeds. I wasn't really doing nothing with the features per se, but they have a time of flight sensor on the front and back camera, so you can do portrait video on either the front or the back. That is just the sound of that is actually crazy. Now I don't know how useful that be, or if that'll be as cool as taking a portrait photo with, but I mean, damn.
I think there was a Huawei phone or something that did that already, which of course is again one of the things I talk about in tomorrow's video. Is like no one's innovating over these smaller companies. But yes, I think it's interesting. It is like the ultimate S10, but ultimate in price and everything. Interestingly, I'm in the middle of watching Floss's review of it. There are some weird shortcuts, like not the maximum amount of RAM, which I don't care because to be perfectly honest, 8 gigs of RAM is as much as on most PCs. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh, look, G8 does portrait video. So I knew it was something else. Technically, T knows. What's up? Double T. So there's that. And then there's also like the no storage thing. It makes me wonder how much of this is to prepare people for like upcoming things. And this does have a headphone jack, which is interesting because I think at one point I thought there wasn't going to be one because I know the Fold doesn't have one. So I'm surprised that they put that in there, but it almost feels like, why wouldn't you put more storage? Why wouldn't you put a micro SD? Like, why? I don't understand. It's just weird.
It
seems strange.
Weird. And the phone is massive, man. Like I had it in my hand and it's huge. And then I had it next to my S10 Plus, and my S10 Plus is pretty big already, but then the Galaxy S10 5G is like huge, man. It's like it's OnePlus 7 Pro huge. It's like crazy. Like I was joking earlier tonight. Am I holding a phone or a tablet? I mean, we're that close. I mean, the iPad mini is 7.9 inches. So you're talking about a phone now that's 6.7 inches of display. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited for the Note. But I'll be honest, like I caught myself, and I hate saying that. I say this in tomorrow's video because I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying this and then I'm saying it tomorrow. I'm starting to think that if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I would stop. Like I would get either the OnePlus 7T this year Pro or the Note 10 and be done for a while. Which is funny because as much as I love tech and as much as I love like progression, I am starting to see like diminishing returns. Like it's almost like, well, what is my Note 9 doing that my Note 8 didn't do? It does something I forgot it does. Like you can use the S Pen to take pictures. I forgot about that. I don't use that. I mean, it's cool. I tried it once. I thought it was neat. I know some people use it, but I forgot all about it. And then there's a bunch of other things I'm sure it can do that I've forgotten about. So when it comes down to it, like as much as I've loved the Note line for as many years as I've loved it, like I could probably go with the 10 and be done for a couple years, but that's not going to happen because I got a damn YouTube channel. So there you be.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'll tell you one thing: I'm not getting that damn Fold.
Oh wow, that's pretty interesting because you were all excited about a month ago, and now you're like, "Nah, man, I'm done."
That's next week's video, but I'm not getting the Fold. That's too late. We talked about it, and it's funny because some of it had to do with something you said a couple of weeks ago about the timing of it, like they had to get out within a certain time.
Yeah,
that part made me think for a while, but then I just kind of the feeling is gone. Like when you come out with something that's so weird and so hot, and people are excited for it, you can't wait another month and a half to try to sell it.
Yeah,
that's what Apple is like. You like this that we're showing you right now? Next week you can have it in your hand.
Yeah,
Samsung, same thing. Next week you can have it in your hand. You can order it this Friday. OnePlus 6T, OnePlus 7T, or OnePlus 7 Pro. This Friday you can have it in your hand. That's what you need to do.
Nobody talks about this, but yes, when you create that initial buzz, that hype, and then you fail to deliver on the initial buzz and hype, you are killing yourself. That's one of the reasons why I felt like AirPower wouldn't sell that well, because Apple, we thought it was going to be released like a year later, and then obviously it got canceled. But we thought it was coming out. It would have been like, what, a year, almost 2 years later for Air Power. But the bug was gone, man. Like, we found out about it in September of 2017. We thought it was going to come out sometime in 2018. Didn't make 2018. And then the bug just kept going down, down, down. Then it got canceled. But when you lose that bug, when you lose that hype, ooh, that's rough, man. It's rough.
You got to be right there with the buy now button, like right away. I think one of the best, there's very few of these rollouts that happen. GoPro has done it once or twice, and one or two companies have done it once or twice where they're like, hey, here's this new thing. You can go get it today. Like, that's fire. That is fire. Because, especially if the reviews are going to be good, which you need to kind of have an idea whether or not they're going to be good. If the reviews are good, then it's great. Someone will go right out and buy it. They'll order it. Most people are pre-ordering anyway. You're even better off if you can go to the store and get it. GoPro's done this recently. The GoPro video I did last year, no one knew it was going to happen. That morning, they were like, oh, by the way, kind of a new GoPro. I went down to Fry's. I took the day off work. Went to Fry's, bought it the minute they opened, and made a video about it that afternoon. So it's stuff like that I think is the real way to go. Now, it's difficult to keep things secret. But who cares, man? Just here's the cool thing. You can have it today. You want it? Go get it, son. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think buzz and hype or pre-buzz and pre-hype are kind of underrated. Like, I don't know if companies fully appreciate having that when they generate that buzz and that pre-hype, and then they make us wait even a week. Like, man, you need to drop it right there. Like, come on, people.
Yep. What are we waiting for, man? Let's do this. Let's go.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like, if they don't release this fold by July, it's dead. Like, it's dead for 2019. That's not to say that it won't come out at a later date and time, maybe 2020, but you cannot release it in 2019 if you can't get it out by July. It's over with.
So my prediction is that they're going to try to have it out by late June.
Okay, they can do that. That'll work.
I think they will. The question is how many people will care, and even more than that, they'll still be able to claim victory because they'll still sell out, even with less desire of people to have them, which was already a small number, because they won't make that many anyway. So they'll be able to sell whatever they make, and they'll be able to say, "We sold out. It's all good. We got through it. No big deal." And then maybe someone will find another glitch in the matrix, and then.
Hey, I got a question. Do you think that on the second run through that they'll give units to reviewers like they did the first time, or do you think they'll just bring it right to market?
That's a great question, and they should give them to reviewers because it saved their butt the first time. It saved their butt. It cost them money, but it cost them a lot less money than it would to take them returns.
It did, but they are so hot to get this fold out. Would they risk giving it to reviewers again and finding more faults?
You got to. It's better than having a bunch of people going, my freaking fold is broken, my $2,000 fold. No customer lost money on this deal. So it's good. It would not be good if you had 300 or 400 or 500 people, which they would, because what's going to happen? You get a fold, you show it to your friend at work. They got some burger grease on their damn hands, and they done jacked up your fold because a piece of hamburger went into the little notch thing. When you fold it, now you got a piece of burger on the damn thing. So, you got to. You have to. Now, will they? That's a good question.
That is a very good question. Because they may feel like, okay, since we fixed the issue, then we don't really need to give it to reviewers this time around. We'll just give it to the market and let the market dictate what happens. But, if they end up having another fiasco, then that could go very badly.
If they're smart, they'll give it back to them with enough time to give you viewers find anything else they could find and pull it all together if they need to. Like, that's the smart move.
So LB says they're going to double down on the reviewers. Okay, all right, that's what's up.
I think they should.
He said that phone should come with free burgers on that theme park.
I love cheeseburgers.
Burgers and fries for everybody.
Yo, Vyp, you break my heart, my friend. I was watching part of something you were on the other day. And you were talking about Game of Thrones. And by the way, I'm not as committed to Game of Thrones as everyone else is. Like, I don't have this big love affair with it. Although interestingly, this last couple of episodes have made me actually start to like it more. That I've started back in the first episode, and I had never any intention to ever do that. Never. But last week after that last episode, I was like, I kind of want to rewatch it again. So I started watching it. And it's actually a pretty good show. Even though I've seen them all, it's been so long, I didn't remember half the stuff that happened. I'm like, who the hell is this person? And I was so disappointed to hear that you went and looked at what happened in the last episode. Now, I knew that you were disappointed.
Yeah.
But when you said that, I was like, oh, that disappointed me. Not necessarily because I'm like, Viper man, you let me down. Not because of that, but because I was sad. Because as someone who was the captain of Team Apple and very much the captain of Game of Thrones for a while, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that was a thing. For you to kind of go, I'm so frustrated that I need to just go ahead and see what's going to happen next week. Kind of hurt me a little. Not hurt me, but disappointed. I was like, that's sad, man. That's a sad turn of events.
It is, man. Like, I was so excited, and then they just went and just shish about it in the past 2 weeks. And I'm just like, I don't even want to wait to have my heart broken Sunday. Let me just find out what happens now.
But I don't even have a problem with it. Like, I watched the first episode, and I already started seeing things that would tell them things out, would tell the story, like even where we are now. And so I'm okay with it all. Now, you could easily say, well, that may be true, but that's all coincidental because, you know, these things weren't even hashed out until the last year or two. But the reality is they always had a chance to look back at what was made, and they totally could have, you know, doubled down on that. It's just interesting that it's causing such a weird thing that people are like signing petitions, do the season over again. Last time I heard something like that was like the Dexter finale, which, by the way, they should redo because that was just shenanigans.
Yeah.
What a great show that got destroyed by an ending. What made it even worse, you know, it even stomped on it more for Dexter, which was hilarious. And I remember this like it was yesterday. The very next week was the series finale of Breaking Bad. So then you got the good type of way to end an actual show. Like one of the best endings of all time, right after one of the worst endings of all time. So it was like people were like, oh, that was a pretty crappy ending to Dexter. And then Breaking Bad comes out, everyone's like, please don't mess it up. And it's like, that was the greatest ending ever. And it made Dexter look even worse. Like, you guys don't know what you're doing. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That ending to the ending to Dexter, suspect for sure, no doubt.
Terrible.
But yeah, a lot of people are going to be heartbroken on Sunday night, man. I need to tell
whatever
Kleenex.
happens.
I need to sell some Kleenex because I will make a lot of money on Sunday night. I mean, I can make a killing. I can make a killing selling Kleenex on Sunday night, man. It's gonna be a river bath of tears and sorrow.
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine regardless. I'm in for all of it. I'm in for all of it.
Damn, man, they completely destroyed it with the last 2 episodes. They destroyed it. Like, what?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with all of it. It all makes sense to me. But then again, I didn't know who half the people's names was before the season anyway. So
I am really surprised that Jason actually made a Game of Thrones video on his tech channel. I'm like,
yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what? Like, I watched part of it. I was like, what are you doing, Jason?
He really was.
It still did pretty good.
I
was like, whoa, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty mad. He's been pretty mad. People whining about it, but I'm like, man, dude.
I agree with like 99% of the stuff he said too. Like I was watching, I'm like, yep. And I don't agree with Jason on everything, but I was like, yeah, I'm in for this, man. Jason got it.
Chris no Kleenex on Prime now. I should.
Yeah, man. Talk about that 1 day shipping, man. By the way, you're getting that. I've ordered a lot of stuff. That 1 day shipping is legit.
Oh, okay, because Jern said he tried it and ended up getting the package a week later.
That's Jern, man. Jern got issues. It worked for me all week, man. Like everything the last 2 weeks I've gotten in 1 day. Everything. It's crazy. It's life-changing. And of course, you know, around here in Seattle, we've had 2-hour shipping for years. But you had to pay more. You had to pay a little bit more. You had to buy within a certain amount. Now you just whatever you buy now, it's just like you get it tomorrow. I'm like, yeah.
I have never had 1 day shipping except when I paid for it. So this would be interesting.
You should be able to get it by now. I think Chicago would be one.
Oh yeah. It's live. I just haven't used it yet. So
oh, okay, gotcha.
Definitely live. But actually, we have a cool thing here where they have like special locations where you can pick up some products the same day.
Oh, so yeah.
That's pretty legit. They got like these Amazon locker things. Like, I like that.
By the way, I'm actually surprised you went out there at Verizon. You talked to that dude that you didn't get on their like phone program thing. So they send stuff to like influencers and stuff, even small ones.
Yeah, you know, I've tried to get phones. I've tried to get a review from them. Yeah, not haven't worked yet. So whatever.
I haven't reached out to them. I mean, I because I have a name, but I haven't reached out to them because it just seems kind of weird. I want them to reach out to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. when I ask them for review units, either they don't have that many or they didn't get as many they thought they were going to get or something. I don't know. It's always, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. But I mean, the funny thing is, anything that I would potentially want to review unit for, I'm going to end up buying myself anyway. So.
Yeah, you've been really good about that this year. And I think it's funny because I remember before I actually got to know you, I was like, who's this captain of Team Apple, man? He's probably one of them brand loyalists. And anyone who watches you for more than a couple minutes knows that that's not the case at all. Like, you can be the captain of Team Apple, but you reel about all of it. Like, you call them out on their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I respect that.
The best part is when some nerd come into the comments and be like, you just, no, I had Samsung like come into my comment like, you snipping Tim Cook Jock and all those other monkeys. I'm like, you must be new, bro. You must be new.
You haven't seen your S10 videos and or anything like that, like how awesome you love your S10 and stuff. Yeah.
No, man. Dude, I am the funny thing is, before I ever say Captain Team Apple, the first thing I say every video, this your boy Viper, the man about tech.
That's right.
I'm about the tech, man. Like I use everything. Like, yes, I prefer Apple products. Yes, I am Apple biased, if you want to call it that. But I got no problem calling Apple out because they piss me off more often than not. And there's other things out there besides Apple, and I like to experience everything. So yeah, that's what I do.
Well, Drift says the Note 10 may come with a 4,100 milliamp hour battery. I hope it does. The damn OnePlus 7 has the new Asus has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery.
Yeah, the 5G S10 has a 4,500 milliamp hour battery.
Yeah, so it better be more than 4,100.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Christian. I'm not worried, Christian. I mean, funny story. So when I went to Verizon yesterday, I met one of their other PR people, besides the one I already know.
Oh,
but apparently there's another Verizon PR person that I didn't meet that ended up following me on Twitter. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So I mean, they're aware of my existence. I mean, the best thing you could do, especially just starting out, is like be aware of your existence. As long as they're aware of me, then eventually one day it'll get to a point where we'll work together on something. But right now, I mean, I got like 2,000 subscribers. Ain't nobody trying to reach out that much.
No, Randy, we beat that horse to death, man. You're talking about the Skynet stuff. We beat the hell out of it.
I scared Travis. I scared him into changing topics. I scared him ready. I scared him stiff.
Man, we all done some positive stuff now. We're not trying to talk about that Skynet life. It's terrible. Terrible, man. Terrible.
Yeah, Christian. I mean, they know who I am. I mean, dude, the person that I know in Verizon works in their corporate offices and at their corporate headquarters. I'm all right, dude. I mean, Georgia's cool people. So I mean, if there ever comes an opportunity to do something with them, then we'll see what happens. But for now, I'm just doing my thing. So, yeah, what it is. I want to get like Travis. I want to have people reach out to me to drive cars, bro. I need to make that happen. Shit.
I'm still perplexed by that. I had someone reach out to me yesterday or something for some other thing.
Can somebody hook me up with a test drive of a Tesla in Chicago? I need to experience the Tesla life. I want to see what all the hub is about.
The Tesla would be legit. That would be legit. I was loving the Lexus, but the Tesla would be it.
Can I test drive a Tesla? Can I can I just get in the car? I ain't got to drive. Can I just get in the car? You know?
Let me just smell it.
Let me just smell it.
Let me do the flossy smell test.
Right. Let me do the touch test. Can I touch the wheel?
That reminds me. I'm supposed to take another trip on an Lexus. I just haven't followed up because when the Fold didn't come through, because I was really gonna, all of that. So the iPhone 6s video I did was like 70% of what I was gonna do for the the Fold video. Like it was gonna look like that. It was gonna be, I would think, even better. Although the 6s video came out okay, but yeah, like I was gonna use the Lexus for that, and it's like, man, the Fold is going to be the one thing this year I'm going to be like, man, I feel like I'm glad I missed out, because here's the thing. And did I say this in the video? I go, well, I was going to spend $2,000 on this phone. I would have probably liked using it. I would have made a bunch of videos about it. And by the time I made the last video about it, no one would care. And then I would have a foldable phone, which is, I guess, cool. But then in some instances, probably not cool. And instead, I've been able to buy a full-on PC with if you could see what is around me right now, it is ridiculous. Some other stuff, like another camera, like a whole other camera, and some other stuff, and I still haven't spent $2,000.
Bro, your setup is looking like Flossy Carter West, bro. I'm looking at it like
it's Flossy Mini. It's Flossy Mini. It's not as high scale as him, but it is legit. It is legit. I would like to pull you out and show you, but
I see your color is green because you got all the green over there.
Y'all settle down over there. Settle down. This is all my YouTube money. I'm not spending any of my personal money. The channel is paying for this.
No, silly man. I'm talking about your setup. It's green, the color green.
Oh. No, well, so no, that's everything changes color. It goes through the rainbow basically.
Well, the picture that you posted on Twitter was all green. So
yeah, because it had all just hit green right when I took the picture. Yeah. We're about doing parkour. Yeah, man, Drift. You saw that. Drift saw that. He knows. He knows what's up.
Y'all better stop talking about crazy robot traffic gonna get y'all, man.
Yeah, come on now. They're gonna get you first because I'm already ready for it. I'm already gonna be no. I'm like, I already know this was coming.
Oh,
y'all just over here laughing about it.
Oh, so you ready for the robot zombie apocalypse?
I already know what's happening. Like, I'm not gonna be surprised by it. Everyone's gonna be surprised. Like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, fool, you didn't see this happening a year ago, 12 years ago? You made any Snapchat filters? Now you surprised? Ridiculous. Your phone can make like flight information for you and then make a call and a reservation. You're going to be surprised when that thing wants to kill you? You're going to be surprised by that? Come on, son. Come on. You need to pay attention. Oh, people are not paying attention. It's crazy because it's got to the point where I'm starting to talk like a crazy person, but it's not crazy anymore.
No, it's not crazy. Like, dude, we have robots that make phone calls that sound like humans. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they even have full lifelike androids out there. I think they had them at CES. Like, are you kidding me?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm not in for that.
Travis like, nope, I'm not here for none of that.
No, sir.
Yeah, it's scary out here. Like, depending on how into technology you are, you're either terrified or you're like uber excited about this stuff.
If you're smart, you're terrified.
Or somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. If you're smart, you're terrified. Yeah. It's cool to like be like, oh, that's cool technology, but you better get your shotguns ready. Make sure it's the stuff that goes through metal.
Right.
Get them EMP bombs going.
Get your armor piercing bullets on deck.
Right. On deck. You need an EMP gun of some sort. You need some remote controls. You need everything.
Remote control.
Some water. You throw some damn water on the damn robot. Throw some water on it. Hope for the best.
Now you know it's gonna be waterproof, bro. What you talking about? Throw some water.
I'm gonna make it holy water and hope that the heavens above come down and strike that some bitch down.
Speaking of water, let's talk about this real quick because everybody's been making a big fuss about how the OnePlus 7 Pro doesn't have an IPX rating, and I'm just like, huh?
I like what they did.
I'm just like, why does it matter so much? It is a phone. It is an electronic device. Just out of general principle, you should not be operating your electronics near liquid. Like, no, why would you do that?
I get that. But what they did was, at least from what I can tell, based on everything I've heard and read, is that it actually very likely could have passed IP rating. They just didn't want to pay for it.
Right, exactly.
Which is kind of cool in a way. It's like you save the money on something that doesn't mean anything, but you get the same phone with what would be that rating. Would it have passed? We don't know. But they certainly have made it enough that it very well may have, and you save the money on it. And put that money towards something else. I'm good with that. I think it's kind of slick.
I'm about to say, now they're caught up in a little controversy because apparently they got Robert Downey Jr. doing marketing for them. So people are like, now that people are like, well, you could get him, but you couldn't pay for the IP rating. Like,
I'm like, forget about the IP rating. You got to pay for some damn wireless charging on the thing. And that's one thing I will hold against them. Yeah.
Yeah. Embrace wireless charging, you nerd. Get on it.
It's so strange.
But my question to you is, do you think that phones having an IP rating or being water resistant in general is important? Because I don't think it's that important.
Not in general. I mean, people now are kind of, even with waterproof phones, I can tell you. So what was it? Which one was the first waterproof Note? Was it the 8? Note 8? I think it was the Note 8 or was it Note 9? Whichever one was the first one. I took that sucker in the hot tub with me because I wanted to see what would happen. That damn thing was talking about how water had gotten into the thing for like 2 days. I'm like, oh, snap, I broke my phone. And here's the thing. I never put it underwater. I just had it above the bubbling because I love a hot tub. It was bubbling on. I'm like, okay, cool. I take the pictures and stuff. And then I put it off to the side. And it was like, we've detected water inside the thing. Don't charge and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, no big deal. A couple hours later, it's still there. I'm blowing the thing. I'm pushing. I'm Googling what happens. And I'm like, okay, then it's not worth doing it anyway. So I might as well just assume. It's more about like life-proofing it is what essentially that it's supposed to be. Like, oops, you dropped your stuff in the toilet. Oh, no big deal.
So the one thing that people have been telling me as a retort is like, Viper, you don't have kids. I'm like, well, yeah, I don't have kids, but why the hell would you let your kids?
Why would you give your phone?
Yeah, exactly.
Give him a $50 phone, man. What's wrong with you?
Exactly. What the hell? What the hell is your kid doing handling your expensive $1,000 phone anyway? What the hell wrong with y'all? No. We don't play those games here. Like my man T'Challa said in Infinity War. We don't do that here, bro. We don't do that here, bro.
That's right. That's right, man. Are you gonna buy like the in-game Blu-ray or anything like that?
I don't know.
Because here's the thing: if you get Disney Plus, it'll probably be on there.
4K on there. You just remind me. No, I'm not gonna buy it because, like you said, it's gonna be on Disney Plus on December 11th. So no.
There you go. There's your answer.
I mean, $7 a month, you can get all the in-game you can handle and then some, bro.
Yeah, the question is, will they put the extras on there? Will it be 4K HDR? Like, those are my questions.
Oh, I'm guessing it'll definitely be 4K. 4K. I'm guessing. I mean,
well, but see, none of the Marvels, and this might be on purpose. None of it's 4K on Netflix.
Yeah. That's because I think Disney has exclusive 4K. Something like I don't know. Yeah, but there's a reason why it's not 4K on Netflix. Yeah, it kind of annoys me too.
Yeah, because I got 4K stuff left, right, and center in this house, and I like to be able to take it when I can. I just don't want to edit 4K ever again.
That's right. We got the 4K camera right there. Got the 4K TV right there. You got the MacBook Pro, which I don't think it actually has 4K resolution, but I can watch 4K videos on it somehow, even though it's not really 4K. But yeah, that's right. 4K in the building, baby. Oh, you don't like editing in 4K, huh? Even with that beefy iPad Pro you got?
I mean, it worked, but damn, man, and files and stuff. 2.5 hour upload is too much for me.
What?
I don't have the patience for that.
How fast is your internet?
Well, it's not super fast. It's like 5 or 6 megabits up, which is kind of terrible. But I mean, it's fine for everything else. For anything else I do, it's fine. Even for uploading my normal videos, it's fine. It doesn't take that long. But if you're messing that 4K life, you better invest. And I don't want to invest in that. I don't need it. That would be the only thing I'd be getting it for, is to upload videos. That's it. Like, come on.
Yeah, I pay for a gig down. I don't know what the upload fees is, but yeah, I have no problem uploading my 4K videos. So yeah, but I mean, my video yesterday was 1080p because I recorded all on my iPhone. So
right.
I missed that. It was quick. It exported quick, uploaded quick, processed quick. The whole process might took like 15 minutes.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I like that 1080p life. I'm editing and uploading, and that thing is done soon. I'm looking at you guys like, what do you mean you waiting for processing? But so I'm back to 1080p life, and I'm gonna make it look as good as possible. Peter McKinnon's still doing the 1080p life, and his stuff looks crispy as hell. So it's doable.
Oh yeah, I mean, most people can't watch things in 4K anyway. I mean, most YouTubers consumed on a mobile device.
100%.
Only the Sony mobile device can have 4K screens, so most mobile devices can't even consume 4K content. So it's overkill.
Which is interesting that Sony's still like the only phone that has that.
I am really surprised that the Galaxy does not have a 4K screen yet. What are they doing over there?
I think they just know that it's diminishing returns. The battery life probably gets sucked quite a bit, and there's nothing at all you're going to watch that's really 4K on that. So I think that's probably what it is. But even to just be able to brag about it would be. It's really interesting they haven't.
I don't know about you, but I mean, a bunch of my content creator friends uploading 4K. I can watch them 4K on YouTube, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's all right. I'll watch their stuff. I have to give Jomo a hard time about not doing HDR content. Let's do some 4K HDR, man. What are we talking about here? Doing that smooth, silky stuff. Let's go to HDR, man. I like you doing the 2.1, but let's do the HDR. I'm gonna hit him.
I have an interesting question for you. So I think me personally, I don't really do too many like collabs because I'm so busy trying to get out videos, and my turnaround time is like pretty quick. Like I come home from work, I shoot video, I edit and put it out the same night. So my turnaround time is kind of quick. So I don't really have time to get like collab together. But you've done a couple of collabs on your channel, so I'm curious to know like if there's any other creators out there that you would like love to collab with, if possible. Presented this time.
Listen, whoever. I've been pretty open about this, that like I collab with just about anybody. I've collabed with channels with like 10 subscribers all the way up to Jomo, which was 2.5 million at the time.
Oh, really?
And I mean, it's for me, it's interesting. What I think about every single time I go to a larger creator, I never think about, oh, this is going to give me more subscribers, because it inevitably never does. I never think about like, oh man, this is going to be awesome for me. People are going to think that I have, this clout and stuff. Literally never crossed my mind. You know what always crossed my mind every single time without exception is, wow, I can't wait till people see this. They're going to be so surprised by it. Like, this is going to make my subscribers so happy. They're really going to be like, oh, that's crazy. How did that happen? Like, every time. That's the number one thing in my head. And that's literally the only reason why I go after any of these collabs. Flossie is a more personal one for me. That was really, I loved that because, I've been watching him for years and I just think he's a phenomenal creator. So that was a little bit personal for me. But to be honest, the whole point of it, again, was to like, wait until people see this. Like, wait until people see that he's on the channel. It's crazy.
I clicked on the video and the voice there with everybody. It's your boy Floss. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm like, huh? I'm on the right channel.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. A lot of people said that, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted people to think that YouTube had flipped out, because that actually does happen. Like, there's sometimes where I'll click on a video and then another video will play. So I wanted that to happen. And I got a bunch of people. I had one person said she rewound 3 times because she couldn't figure out why my video wasn't coming up until they waited to this part. And here's the funny thing. I put it in my membership thing. The really interesting thing about that collab was it did not happen until 30 minutes before I was going to upload. I thought it wasn't going to happen at all. The video was done and edited, and I was about to upload it, and then his video came in, and then I'm like, okay, let me put it in real quick. And then we're off to the races.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you say that, because that's kind of what made Friday Night Viper what it is today.
Yep.
Because the way I did it is that I would ask bigger creators to come on the show, but I never put their name in the marquee. Hell, right. I never even asked anybody to retweet the live stream when they came on here. I just wanted to have them on there, like you said, for that shock factor.
Yep.
But more importantly to me, I just wanted to have people on there to talk to. Like, I like getting people on the channel that I watch, like, coming up, just to have interesting conversations, And like you said, to surprise my people, like, okay, such and such is on the show. Yep. I mean, this is what it is. Like, that's why you got to tune in, because you never know who I might bring in, and it just kind of took off. So yeah, the shock factor.
And it's exciting, and you've done it like to a crazy degree. I remember when I first started on YouTube, and I was reading some of the forums, like on Reddit and on YT Talk. I just out of curiosity, I need to go back to this. I can't even get back into my Reddit. I'm locked out of my Reddit.
You and me both,
the
man.
YT Talk. Well, so here's the thing. Reddit's dumb. So they have a 2-factor authentication you can set up, but the 2-factor authentication they have isn't one that like rolls when you get a new phone, like every other 2-factor authentication. So my 2-factor authentication was set up with my Note 8, and I forgot to like turn it off. And now that I have my Note 9, I'm literally locked out of it. So I can't even get it. But I am out of curiosity when I go back. I just remember reading a lot of, well, you'll never be able to collab with like a really huge creator. So always start with someone your size or smaller. I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. But it's like it's been anything but that for me. Like, it's been everything but that. So I find it interesting that people will sometimes project their experiences on other people's. I try to tell people, hey, this is my experience. This is like what has happened. But you never know. Like, your situation could be completely different.
Yeah, and
it's just a pain.
And you'll never know if you don't reach out. Oh, the worst they can do is say no. I mean, what the hell? Or don't answer.
Yeah, Christian, I think it's too late for that now because my thing is locked out. I think there's a way to contact someone at Reddit to get me back in, but I just haven't been interested enough to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's kind of funny because if you would have told me when I first started YouTube that I would be able to get all these bigger creators on the live stream, I would have been like, you must be out of your mind. But like, I remember it was July 3rd. I did a live stream that night because I knew nobody was going to work the next day. Yeah. And I had just discovered Google Hangouts and that I could do Hangouts. And I asked people to come in, and it was bananas. I had Taylor Tech came in there, then John Prosser came in there at some point. I had Zach and Jeff, and I think Paul Grove was in there too. I mean, I had like 10, 11 creators in and out of that stream that night. And I was just like, wow. And that's pretty much where Friday Night Viper started, man. Ever since I did that, it just kept going. I'm like, damn, okay.
Friday Night Viper is a thing, man. And it's one of the things that I can point, especially people that are starting out, to go, look, man, Viper started this with when you had like less than 1,000 or about 1,000 or 1,300 subscribers when you very first started that. Was it somewhere around
I had
there?
less than 1,000, yeah.
had less than 1,000 subscribers when you started that whole thing, and it became bigger than your channel size very quickly. And it's like the reach and impact people know about Friday Night Viper, and that is crazy. People of significance know, which is amazing.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying, I think it was last week. I was telling people, I'm like, some of your favorite YouTubers are probably watching this live stream. You never know who's watching your content. It doesn't matter how many subs you have as a creator. You never know who's watching your content.
Like randomly, I remember watching or something one of your live streams, and like your average consumer was in the chat just out of nowhere, just boop. Like,
I was like, well, I was not expecting that either. Like, what?
Yeah, it's cool, man. You've had some really cool kind of experiences and stuff here. Your 2018 retrospective video, which you have to do, by the way, is going to be amazing. So you better be keeping track of what videos have what, because I think everyone's expecting an amazing, or 2019. I'm
like, wait, what? I already did the video.
2019.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, 2019 is going to be a little different because Team Pixel happened. Good Lord, how the hell that happened? Like, but yeah, 2019. I mean, what? Right now we got like MKBHD, Michael Fisher. I mean, yeah. And it's funny because I thought 2019 would be a pretty boring follow-up, but no. Nope.
Yeah. D Niman in the house. What's up, D? I hope you guys are streaming tomorrow morning, D, because I'm getting tired of no D and Nick connection, man, every Saturday morning.
So
it's been like 2 months.
For those 21 of you who are hanging out here, give y'all the detail on my upcoming plans are. So I have been trying hard as hell to communicate with Justine to no avail. I've tweeted at her. I've done everything I can, and I'm not getting a response. She hasn't responded. So I'm gonna have to go out of my comfort zone in this one. So you can expect me to go out of my comfort zone pretty quickly here to try to get this done. So
you're gonna do a Dear Justine video or something,
bruh. Like I said, I'm going to go out of the comfort zone. It's either going to be a live stream or a dedicated video, but it's coming because I'll be damned if I don't at least get her attention. Damn it, there's no way. Like that would just make my entire 2019 if I can get that done. So I'm going to try to do everything within my power to get that done.
Yeah, I hope you do, man. She's old school. She's super old school. So one of the top of the game. So that would be interesting.
She's cool people, man. I'll just love to have a chat with her. Like she's cool people.
I'm actually surprised she doesn't go to any of the events like Vid Summit or something. So I mean, if she does, you could always.
She's like so busy though. She's like all over the goddamn place. She's literally all over the planet. She's all over the map. Like, I know it's hard to lock her down, but I mean, damn it, I've seen it done. Jason locked her down, so I'm gonna make this happen.
Oh yeah, I think I missed that. I don't have to rewatch that because I didn't know that. I must have missed that.
I'm gonna make it happen, baby. I'm gonna make it happen.
I believe you will. It's it's funny thing is like some people will say some pie in the sky type stuff, and I'll be like, all right, man, good luck. But Viper says something like this. I'm like, dude, you have moved mountains. So yeah, I believe you. I 100% believe you. I like someone gave me odds on it. I'd be like, okay, Vegas odds are okay. All right, I'll throw some bucks. I'll throw some dollars on it. Totally.
So the question I was trying to ask you earlier is, who is somebody or who are some people that you would like to collab with that you haven't?
It really was Flossie.
I was like, bucket list done. We're good,
son. No, I mean, I would love to do Flossie. I would love to meet up with Flossie in person, but I don't know. To be honest, like I've done so many people. It sounds dirty, but I've collabed with so many people in the last couple of months that whatever comes. I just want them all to be interesting. So at this point, it's not even specific people. There are people I like to watch and stuff. A tremendous amount of creators I love to watch, and I would love to create with them. But regardless of what it is, I just want them to be. I want them to be interesting interactions. There is a collab. I mean, I've already collabed with him, but a very specific collab I want to do with Prosser. That it's just a matter of talking about someone to get a hold of. Actually nailing him down long enough to do it. I think I've even let him kind of know what it was, and he seemed okay with it. It's just a matter of making it happen. So we will see.
Ooh. See, the interesting thing about that is you're right. Prosser is extremely difficult to nail down, but he probably listening to this live stream, so now he knows that you're in a class. So
he knows. I've told him a couple times. It's. So that might, if of all the ones that I'm like, well, I might actually have a checklist of, that would probably be it. Let me think. Is there anyone else? I mean, Flossie was really it. I mean, I would like to. There's creators I'd like to meet, but actually collab with, unless it was something really interesting. Like I would like to meet Casey. I would like to meet Mr. Beast. I'd like to talk to Mr. Beast just to pick his brain. So there's creators I'd like to meet, but as far as like actually collabing, I just want to do something that's interesting and people will talk about afterwards.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
I mean, that's the golden goose on YouTube, making videos that have impact. Like,
yeah,
like that make people want to watch and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
So I knew that it's funny because I didn't know that the 5G S10 was going to be released yesterday. The only thing I knew that my buddy George from Verizon was going to be in town, and then I found out he was going to be in town because of the release of the 5G S10. So I'm like, he's going to be in town. I need to go over there so I can meet him. So I went over there and we met and all that, and I ended up doing the video. I did not think the video would get the response that it's gotten. Like, the video is up to 4,800 real-time views.
Wow, that's crazy.
In a little over 24 hours. I've never had a video do anything like this.
I wonder what. See, this is the thing about YouTube, man. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Like, why did that? I did a video on 5G and it didn't do nothing.
It's crazy because I rarely ever get like videos to pop organically. Usually when they pop, John Prosser shares them or something like that. But this video by itself just blew the hell up. And I've never seen a video blow up this quickly in 24 hours.
That's great, man. Congrats.
It's crazy, dude. So I'm just like, damn. Now,
it's interesting. Are you excited about it? Because it's a cool feeling, man.
Oh, I'm excited, but now I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna follow it up. You gotta follow it up. You got
100%. You gotta do another 5G video, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I got an idea. I don't know if we're gonna do it well, but I got an idea of how to follow it up. But it's like, but I'm trying to figure out why did this particular video pop? Maybe it was, we can look at it.
We should look at your metrics and stuff in about 3 days after it all actually settles in. We should look at it, man. I'd love to look at it with you because I'm into that nerd stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at the tags earlier tonight, and everything is like in the top 10 rankings. So everything's ranking like crazy for this particular video. And I'm trying to figure out, like, I've never had a video pop this good, so I'm just like, damn.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if it's because like 5G was such a hot topic yesterday. Like everybody was covering it yesterday because there was a lot of people in Chicago. There was a lot like PC Mag was in Chicago, Tom Guy was in Chicago. There were a lot of people at that store that I missed because I came too late. But there were a lot of like top like tier tech pub in the town yesterday covering this 5G network thing, and I'm thinking maybe that was it, but
maybe
still, I got 2,300 subs. This video now has like what? I got twice as many subs that the video got twice as many views as I got subs. So I'm like,
that's awesome. Okay. That's great, man. That's great.
But it's great. But the question is, how the hell do I replicate it though?
You gotta wait until you get all the metrics, and then look at the click through rate, look at the view duration, look at especially the traffic sources, like all that nerd stuff, man. Come into Discord, man, and Brandon and I will break it down for you, man. We can figure it out for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be looking at the analytics real close to study this one because this is crazy. But
congrats, man! You grind so long to get that. I'm so happy for you, man.
It's crazy. Like I've made over 300 videos. Like I said, my videos usually don't pop like that. The only time they pop is when somebody shares them on the community tab or something like that. But this particular video had popped organically. Like,
could be the beginning of something. Could be. Depends on how hard you can ride that wave, man.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting at like 4,800 views from this particular video, and I think I grew about 13 subs from it, which is really even more crazy to me. Like, what the heck? What?
Yeah, man, everything's possible from here, man. Every once in a while, YouTube was like, "Here, we'll give you the magic stick. Now, see what you do with it."
right. But yeah,
you get it for a couple days.
Good stuff.
D is right, man. It sometimes takes one video, like that weird chick that grew to like 1 million subs in like a week or 2 weeks or something from last year. A really weird kind of vlogger chick. I forget what her name is. Romina did a video about her.
You're talking about John Cena. We talking? Okay,
not John Cena. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
her name is that what it is?
It's called Joanna Thedia. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Her nickname's John Cena. It's hilarious. She's hilarious. Yeah, I watched that video that Romina did, and then I ended up watching her, and I'm like, damn. I ended up watching like 3 of her videos, and I subscribed to her. She's hilarious.
Wow, really? I only watched a couple, and for the most part, I was just more interested in her growth. And the videos that blew up, there was nothing really special about them when you compare them to a lot of other videos on YouTube. So it's just weird.
But you know why her video blew up though, right? Because she is what YouTube used to be. That's why. And people they're missing that nostalgic feeling of the way YouTube used to be. I mean, she doesn't use any fancy equipment. She records from her cell phone. She's basically recording her life, and she's very talented and funny and humorous. Like, it's just the perfect storm with her. And I think the fact that she shoots with her cell phone and the videos will have that homemade feel to them, people just relate to that, and she just blew the hell up.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, like that's not an easy thing to do. Like, I think she got like 2 million subs in like 8 months. Like, what? Who does crazy. That? How do you do that?
The only other person to do that is Tati. She got 5 million subs in like a week. Ridiculous.
Bro, she got like 3 million in 2 days out of that James Charles stuff. Like, damn.
Insane, man.
Bro, but then Paul Groko dropped the tea tonight about how she might have been lying about them. Like, oh boy.
It might also been that she didn't really know all the details and she was filling in the blanks because like the way she was talking about it was like, you forced us, because she's probably seen that happen before. And she said in her video from yesterday, I only watched part of it, was like what she said in that last video wasn't even everything. It was just some things.
Right. Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first one she did. But since I watched the whole video, it was riveting. Like, damn, dude. But then I watched the second video today too. But I'm like, all right, the first video I understand, but now you making the second video. Now you trying to get the views. Now I want to calm down. And then the third video, I'm gonna be giving it a side. I'm like, we don't need another video, Toddy. Just chill out.
Oh, there's another Nimin. We got both Nimins in. Can they come in?
Oh, what is happening here?
Can they come in?
Did I do something right in the previous life? I got both of them.
You got the tag team Nimins. Can the Nimins come in? Can both Nimins come in?
I mean, if they want to,
they should both come in. Can both y'all come? Because it would be awesome. Here's the thing. They haven't done a live stream on their Saturday morning together in about 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm sick to death of it. Like, I love Nick and his live streams are great, but there's nothing like Nick and D, and I've been freaking fiending for weeks. So if they can't do it tomorrow, they should do it right now on Friday Night Viper. That would be legit.
I mean, it is Vyp After Hours. I mean, hey,
come on, do it.
They are more welcome to come in if they have the time. I got time. They got time.
So here's something else about Reddit. A way long time ago, and Nick probably doesn't even know this, or he might know this. Nick was one of the first kind of larger YouTubers that actually ever responded to me about anything, and it was on Reddit. I forget. Love to mom's chilling, and her. Oh, okay. Her mom's chilling. That's cool. That's cool. And he responded to me on Reddit. And just asking some questions and stuff. It's just being really cool, man. I'll never forget that, because at the time I had like maybe 300 or 400 subscribers, and I'm like, I watch your stuff, and and I forget exactly what I responded to, but he was so cool. Like, DM'd me on Reddit and was just super cool about it. I'm like, that's cool, man. And I dig that. There's certain things that larger creators have said that I've taken and never forgotten. I'll tell you one thing that I've never forgotten, which is why I am the way I am now. It's actually something Gary V said. Gary V said that he does like podcasts of even like they have like 3 people. Like, I don't care if 3 people are listening. I want to be everywhere. He goes, I want to be everywhere. I'm not going to say no to an opportunity if I have time, because I want to be everywhere where people are. And that's why I'll help. I'll do a thing with a channel with 20 subs. I don't care. I'll be everywhere.
It's funny because that's what kind of like what Andrew Edwards says all the time. He says, don't limit yourself to one platform. Like, yeah. Be like he said, be everywhere.
Yeah. He's doing it smart though. He's doing it real smart.
Oh yeah. So I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. I have a podcast. So yeah, I try to be everywhere. Yeah. But
much as time to let you anyway.
Yeah. I mean, but I still spend the majority of my time on YouTube because I'm trying to build something on YouTube. So that's where the majority of my time is. But
same.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, especially with the way the YouTube algorithm works and things like that, it's very smart not to put all your eggs into one basket. So.
Yeah, truth. This last couple of weeks were really rough for me, especially because, some videos didn't do as well as I wanted to, and videos that I spent, like even the success video, which I put a lot of time into, which is done okay, it did not do nearly as well as I really would have liked to for as much time and effort as I put into it. But it's just part of like, it is what it is, man. You put it out there, you set yourself up for as much success as possible, and then it either works or it doesn't. And there's so many variables in YouTube that it's just like it's kind of devastating. The funny thing is like I remember when I wasn't a creator, but I'd watch people kind of talk, oh, YouTube is this and that. And I go, dude, you're on YouTube, man. You're so lucky. Who cares? Who cares if you don't get a lot of views or whatever? But on this side of the fence, it's like I spent all this time, man. I just want people to see it. So I totally get it now. I totally get it.
Yeah, your perspective changes real quick when you actually become a creator.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like it's funny because ever since I became a creator, I'm a lot more like particular about who I watch and who I spend my time watching because I know what it takes to do this thing correctly and right.
Yep.
And it's easy to tell the people who put effort in from the people who don't. Like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And listen, I'm ready to help anyone who's willing to put the effort in. But every once in a while, people are like, "Hey, just tell me how to do this." I'm like, "Listen, man."
That's funny because I don't know if technically T is still listening, but I remember he was ranting on Twitter, I think about a year ago, because people were trying to hit him up for some of his contacts for the cake company since he gets all these cases. Yeah. And he was like, "You think I'm just gonna give you my contacts?" He's like, "I put in work for these, bro."
That's right.
He's like, "Go put in the work." He was mad.
That's right, man.
Technically, he's like, "I am not giving you the deets, son."
That's right, man.
Technically, T is like, "No deets here. Go put in the work and go get them yourself." I'm like, "Damn, son. Okay, I ain't mad at you."
T put the grind in. I respect that.
That was up. Yeah, that was up. Oh, we got Shannon. Hey, Shannon.
Shannon in the place to be.
Shannon is in the building. But yeah, technically T was mad. He was like, nah, we're not doing that. Again, we don't do that here.
Telling you, man. I'm telling you. Savagery.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, he said it won't be at 9 a.m. It'll be after 2 p.m. Oh, you can stream it later tomorrow. Okay.
But that, I'm on the West Coast, so the times are kind of twisted anyway. I don't know exactly how that works.
It's like 11 p.m. here, but you're at 9 p.m. where you are.
So because my live stream tomorrow is 11:30 a.m. Pacific, and then I drop my video at noon, and then I'm out of the house for a while. So
Travis, oh man, Travis making moves. You said you were going to shoot tonight, right?
Yeah, I was going to. So I was going to do the collab with this nice lady who lives not too far from me. Let me tell you a story. This is a story about how not to judge a book by its cover. So I go to the most cities have a YouTuber meetup, and I go to mine in Seattle, and it's a lot of great creators, including Metal for Breakfast and some other people that and Nico from Morning Fame. So a lot of people, really cool people, and I had a lot of fun. And I kind of know people there now. And a couple months ago, I think it was back in February, we were meeting up. We were talking about trends, and this lady walks in, older lady, and very not someone that you would think too much of. She sat in the back. She didn't say a lot. She's very quiet. So we all went around and talked about our channels and stuff. And she talked about our channel and got to me and whatever. And then we started talking, and we started talking about trends. And she goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to I don't understand why some of my videos have gone viral." And I'm sitting there thinking, and this is, I feel so stupid now, but you learn, right? I remember thinking, "Oh, you're sweet. 1,000 views is not viral, but okay." And because I didn't know anything. So come to find out later on, she goes, "Yeah, I had made this video about a pencil." I'm like, "Oh, all right. And she goes, "And it got like 12 million views." I'm like, "What? Are you what?" Come to find out, she has multiple videos that have over 1 million views. She has about 400,000 subscribers. She's been full-time for years. She's really the sweetest person. And actually, I was going to collab with her. I've been helping her out for the last couple of months because she's had some challenges she's had with her channel and stuff. So I helped her do some videos and stuff. And she's always wanted to collab as payment back for me. That's why I don't need it, but it'd be fun to do. So we were supposed to shoot today, and I just never got a chance to. I didn't get a chance to go over there because my computer was effing up. But right now it's holding. So maybe I can, maybe I'm good. I'll just start plugging things into the right USB ports, and maybe we'll be okay. Because by now it should have flipped out, and it has not. So I think I might have. I don't know what I didn't do anything. So that's what worries me the most. I just don't have as many things plugged in. So we'll see. But yeah, that'll probably next week.
You gotta lighten the load, Travis. Lighten the load.
I guess.
Gotta lighten the load.
This thing was savagery.
So what else is going on in the life of Travis, man?
Well, so I'm getting ready for VidSummit and VidCon. So I got a secondary camera. This is the SL3 because it uses the same stuff as my current T7i. It uses the same batteries, the same everything, and it's less expensive than getting another T7i. So I'll be taking that with me to VidCon and VidSummit in case I ever want to, film anything. Which I'm hoping at least at VidSummit there will be people. I'm hoping that we'll be able to, chit chat and maybe get on video or something. And I know that you very quickly last year, I remember watching your live stream, like you're just walking around, all of a sudden there's Peter McKinnon in your video. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like within seconds, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why am I not there? I was so upset, but I'm gonna be there this year. I'll be there this year.
Do it.
Yeah, D and I will teach. I see me, D, and Nick are gonna do some stuff, man. We're gonna go out and eat, and we're gonna have good times. I'm looking forward to them. Those are my homies. I'm looking forward to it.
Right, man. There better be a lot of pictures and video, man. I want to see pictures.
Oh, there
and
will
video.
be. Don't you worry. There'll be too many.
Too many. There can never be too many. Never that.
Yeah. I'm really excited by VidSummit, man. It's just the opportunity to talk to. Unfortunately, I'm going to be working for most of it, but I'm really excited to actually go and to meet people and to meet other creators and stuff. Super excited. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be, what's up, Gabe? Yeah. I'll be at VidCon as well.
What's up? Oh yeah, I will not be a big comp, but Travis will. Travis got it covered. What's up, bro? What's up?
Yeah.
So what else is going on in the world of tech we can talk about here?
Yeah, man, there's I don't know, like just the whole I don't know. It's just interesting. YouTube in general is kind of a weird thing because I'm starting to realize that there is a little bit of. So I left a comment. I left a comment on one of John's videos weeks ago, and I think that I forget that I have a channel as well, and I think that I forget that people, and I certainly was never putting the connection that people that are reading those comments know who I am. Like that still is kind of weird for me. So when it happens, which it happens almost all the time now, I have to reel myself back in and realize that I'm not just like a fan or a YouTube watcher and just typing whatever I feel. People will read that and make determinations on me. So I had a guy unsubscribe and leave me a long comment about how he didn't like my comment I used on one of Prosser's videos. And the funny thing is the comment wasn't like anything particularly bad. He just straight up mistook it. He took it the wrong way. But I also have to like consider that that's a thing. Like now anything you do publicly and now that you've seen all these scandals are happening, like I'm really thinking about that stuff too. Like I'm not big enough for anyone to know or care about what I'm doing, but what happens if in 3 or 4 years I am and I do something stupid now?
I got bad news for you, Travis. You have 30,000 subscribers, so you are big enough to people do. Well, I have no subscribers that I have to be careful about what I'm typing in public, dude. Like it's fun because I think a few months ago, I was talking to Roberto about something, and he said we talking about me and him. He's like, we are public figures, and I'm like, I am not a public figure, but I am a public.
You got
figure.
Enough videos that you do, and
I am. I got over 2,000 subscribers. I podcast, I video, I stream. So theoretically, I am a public figure. I got accounts on multiple platforms. So yeah, Travis. Even with your 30K, you are a public figure, and you have to watch what you say everywhere, like not just on YouTube, on Twitter or Instagram. Because anything, as you know, anything can be used against you. Like. Yep. It's interesting because we get these nasty comments in our comment section, and sometimes I want to clap back so hard, but I can't because I know that I got to watch what I say because I can't. Because
I stopped 100%. I stopped clapping back
man.
A couple months ago. I just
brand, man, brand. Yes. Y'all can call it what y'all want, but I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to work with brands, so I have to everything I do on my channel and on Twitter. With brands in mind, so I gotta like we gotta reel it in. We gotta reel it in.
Very smart. People aren't thinking about that.
No, they're not thinking about that.
True. Totally true.
They're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about that, and then they slip up, and then it's bad. But yeah. Now sometimes I will admit, sometimes I'm a little more loose on Twitter, but I mean.
There's nothing bad that you've really said. Other than the Game of Thrones stuff, but other than that,
He's still mad about that.
but no, seriously, like you're 100% right. And I just end up deleting the negative stuff. And it's so funny because I remember one guy leaving a comment talking about, wow, your comment section is really clean and stuff. And remember I was talking about how there's a bunch of people that will say something and it'll stick with me. Mr. Mobile tweeted something or said something, and it's really stuck with me about how he just deletes and moves on because he wants his entire comment section to be clean. Like that's his thing.
Like I feel bad now, but anytime I think somebody use the curse word, it's gone. Bye.
Yeah,
gotta go.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
Gotta go.
If I catch it, yeah. So. Yeah.
Which I need to start putting all these. I don't think I have certain words in the filter. I need to put them in the filter so I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. I think I have too many in my filter now because now a bunch of things are going there. I'm like, this isn't even bad. I don't even understand why this showed up there. Yeah.
But yeah, like I remember Roberto saying something about keeping the comment section clean because brands like it. I'm like, wait, what? But apparently that's the thing. You got to keep your comment section clean because apparently brands look at that too.
And D says the same thing. That's how he rolls. He wants his comment section to be brand friendly. He's smart, man.
Yeah.
D's got one of those channels that's set up for brands. Like it looks so nice and clean, and like the stuff he's doing is like helpful and stuff. So if I was like LumaFusion or something, I would totally be like, hey man, Dean, man, we need you to check this out. Matter of fact, speaking of LumaFusion, that's obviously the software I use at my software. They have a office here in Seattle. I'll be beta testing some of their stuff here in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna go down to their office and beta test their shiznite.
Wow! So now you're getting in with LumaFusion.
I love LumaFusion, man.
Yeah, but
yes, sir.
Yeah, it sometimes for me like it's a tricky slope because I don't want to be one of these people that like delete any negative thing that's said about me. I like to have let people have their freedom of speech, but like you said, if it's a curse word, gotta go, bro.
Yeah, I don't mind the debate, and I actually encourage people to not agree with me. But as soon as it gets disrespectful or something, it's out. Like, and if you're even on the line, I've even gotten to the point now where even if you're on the line, it's out. Like, I don't even want to have to think about it. Like, if I'm like, if I have to think about it, I'm like, no. It used to be if I had to think about it, I would err and let it go or whatever. But now I'm so like, nope. Like the line is very clear for me now.
So yeah, no doubt. So yeah, if you're watching this live stream and you're wondering why your comment might have disappeared, chances are you said a curse word and I deleted it. Basically. Nothing personal, but if you curse, it's gone.
If I shake my head, I usually delete it. That's a good one. It's the shake head test. Shake head, nope. He's like, nope.
Oh man, yeah. Anything that's curse word, getting gone, getting got. Yeah. Bye bye. Gotta go. But yeah, it's crazy though. It's what it is. We're in 2019, and everything got to be PC and brand friendly, and yeah, man. That's why I stopped cursing them on my main channel like a long time ago. Like,
yeah,
that's why it cracks me up every time YouTube demonetizes one of my videos. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
everything I do on my channel is aimed to be brand friendly.
It is weird. It's crazy. Do you always get it? Does it always get like reversed or something?
All the time. I'm like, I think I made a tweet when they one time they sent me like one of those emails like, yeah, we found that your video should take. So I screenshotted the email or whatever. And I posted on Twitter like YouTube, every single time you demonetize one of my videos, this is where we're going to end up because you were going to end up reversing.
Do you have to hit? How does it work? Are you hitting like the appeal and then it's going to a person?
Yeah. So in the monetization session, there's a button that says request manual review. I hit it, and then usually, actually, I've been pretty lucky because usually it happens within like a few 10 to 15 minutes. They reverse it.
Oh, wow!
It happens pretty quickly. Yeah. Usually, I think only one time I've had it happen. Like it took them a day. But normally it happens within 10, 15 minutes.
Janosa says, how do you manage a comment section when you're like at 10K? So it's interesting. Every video is different. I know sometimes when it's going to be hot and heavy. And, but it's actually not as bad as I would think. I used to think that, once you got to like 10 or 20,000, it would be unreasonable. But the only reason it ever becomes unreasonable isn't because of your old content, because especially with the YouTube algorithm shifting everyone the last couple of weeks, which I have not gotten over, if you can't tell. But it's always the new stuff, and you're usually ready for it. And what I do is the first couple hours, I like try to answer as much stuff as possible. I try to like just about everything. Then a couple hours later, I'll answer here and there. And then after the first day, I'm just checking. And I do that for a reason. And sometimes I'll reply things, but it's a lot more rare in that second day because A, it's for sanity's sake. Otherwise, I get obsessed about it. But B, I want people to be there early. So I try to encourage people to be there early by commenting the stuff that people do early. And if someone has a thoughtful comment, I'll reply to it. But sometimes just go, hey, loved it. And I'll just like it and just move on. It just depends. I see pretty much everything now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I you know what? The most annoying comments to me are the ones to be like first. I'm like, that's all you can comment, really? Could you like?
I remember the very first time I got first, I was so excited. I'm like, someone actually cares enough to be first. But now I see it all the time, and I'm just kind of like, all right, like it doesn't bother me at all, but it is interesting. Like there's some type of award you get.
But yeah, like Versatile says, I think I need to add some more words to my filters so I don't have to deal with the curse words and all that crap. I need to do that. I need to do that. But yeah, it's crazy, like, because I've been watching YouTube for 10 years, man. So I've been a spectator for so long. But it's so crazy when you make the decision to become an actual creator and then just dealing with all the stuff that creators have to deal with and having to look at things from a different lens because you are a creator. Like it's like you said, you can't make the simple comment that you would have made like 5 years ago on a video. You can't make those type of comments no more because you're a creator. And like you said, it can reflect bad on you.
Let me tell you something. If you ever hang out with me in person, dude, you're going to be like, this is not what I expected. I'm not even lying a little bit.
You'll be like, I'm going to be like, this ain't Travis. Who are you and what did you do with Travis, right?
Pretty much. And it was the same way when I had my podcast years ago, except for even more so. Like get this, I was the straight guy on the podcast. Like I wasn't very humorous at all. It was just kind of the straight guy of like, okay, yeah, do this, that, I was just kind of, the traffic guy. So which is kind of funny now, but yeah, Nick, man, but Nick's like, yeah, same here. So when I hang out with all these creators, you're going to learn they're going to learn today. Y'all going to learn today because the Travis in person.
Should probably warn you about Nick and D. They're pretty tall.
Are they really? Is Nick tall?
They're like 6 feet at least.
Nick is? I always thought Nick was short.
No.
Compared truckle language. Nick is awesome.
Oh no.
Nick is 6 feet? Are you serious?
Dude, they're both NBA players, bro.
I'm 6'2". Nick is taller than me. What the F? What? I would have never guessed that. I'm like 6'2". Well, I'm like 6'1.5".
The magic of camera, man. The magic of camera is crazy, bro. You just don't know. You don't know.
Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, look, the hangout spot for Friday. That's right, man. We doing it big. And this isn't even the first. This is the second one. Viper can do it twice in one night, and it's all gravy.
Yeah, man.
6'4". Look at all these tall fools out here. They feeding kids steroids nowadays. My God.
No, Septien, no. When we're talking about brands looking at your comment, we're talking about brands looking at comments of your video, not your comments on somebody else's video. But the other thing, the problem is that people that like, let's say I leave a comment on a front page tech video, and it's something that somebody from the FPT community doesn't like. Then they're going to reflect that on me, and then they might choose to unsubscribe from my channel because of that comment. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about people using pretty much anything that you could say. They can use that against you or use that to judge you in a certain way. So as creators, we have to be careful what we're saying everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter where we are. We have to be mindful of what we're saying.
Yep. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, you just got to pay attention. Yeah, Nick is cool because that's why I'm really excited to hang out with Nick and D. Like, legit, as someone who's watched their videos for, D obviously not as long as Nick, but I remember when I was first like grinding on, and I've told this story in my other videos, but like when I was grinding last year, I would watch YouTube grow things like Roberto Blake, Nick, a little bit of Tim Schmoyer, everyone for hours a day, literally hours. And it was easiest to do hours for Roberto because you turn on a live stream and like 5 hours later, you're like, but I watched all of his, I would watch every minute of his live stream. And then I would go to like Nick, I'd watch all his videos. I'd watch old videos of Nick trying to figure out like, where was he back then? And I remember this one I very clearly where I forget if it was like a subscriber thing or not something, but he was outside. And I remember the video being way overexposed. I'm like, oh, the video is so overexposed, but the content was so good. He was sitting outside. And I'll remember that one being so like motivated by that. I'm like, man, that's so awesome. And he was just really motivating. I was like, so it's so cool that I'm going to get to meet all these people who I feel like were a part of my journey in some way. It's so interesting. So interesting. More relevant than to John than FPT full-time keyboard groupie.
No, I'm not talking about being relevant to John. I'm talking about people that watch Front Page Tech like judging me by comments I might leave on our John video. So I got to be careful, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Oh, we got Dobo in here too. What's up, Dobo? He said
Dobo's in the house, man.
Dobo would rather not walk on eggshells with subscribers. No problem. Yeah, you got to be careful, Dobo. Yeah. They crazy out here, Dobo.
You got to let them go, man. You got to let them. I mean, listen, it's not even about subscribers. Like, if subscribers want to leave, that's fine. I don't care. But it's like, it's brands. Viper said it. It's brands.
Yeah.
Brands going to pay me. Subscribers aren't necessarily going to pay me.
I mean, that's the truth. I mean,
some do, but not most don't.
I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I mean, Travis is on the end right there, you know.
That's what it is. This one dude is so funny. He left a comment and I loved it because I turned it around on him. He said something like, I think it was a video either about Apple or Samsung, and he was obviously on the opposite side of the fence. He said, like, who paid you to make this video? And I said, I posted this on Twitter. I go, well, since you watched it, technically you. And then he comes back and he goes, that was pretty good. I was like, that's right. That's right, son. I got you.
Got him. Got him. Yeah. Oh, that's the best when they think they got you or did you get them? Oh, that's the best.
It's good times, man. It's good times.
Got him. Yeah, Double. Perception is everything, man. Perception is everything, dude. Crazy. Yeah. But money this YouTube thing is crazy, man. It's crazy, and it's so crazy because like me, I only got like 2,300 subscribers, but even at my level, you got to be careful. Even if you got like 50 subscribers, you got to be careful. Don't know.
Right.
Don't know. When you make that decision to become a creator, you pretty much put yourself out there. You got to be careful.
Savagery. I'm just trying to think what kind of bad things are on the internet about me.
Oh, no. Speaking of bad things, so is it me, Travis, or does it seem like in the last week since all this Tati, James, Charles stuff broke, that YouTube have actually this probably happened before then, but it seems like lately to me YouTube has become one big soap opera per se, like drama.
That's
like
when YouTube excels.
What's up?
That's when YouTube excels, though. That's when they get all the views and all the. I mean, that's always the case.
Yeah, that's the thing. But there's the thing, though, like all of the views, all of the big time views are going to the drama channels and the drama on YouTube. I feel like stuff like the tech stuff gets left behind because of all the drama, dude.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm trying to draw some drama up with Greg. I went into his comment section the other day and called him a name. And the thing is, I called him a name before I watched the video when he apparently shouted me out in the video. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's fine. I said, he goes, wow, that's harsh. He goes, and I even shouted you out in the video. And I'm like, whoops. And then I go, that's how you start a fight, noob. Drama we're trying to get these subscribers and views, son. Stop messing it up, man. But Greg's too nice of a guy, so he doesn't really know how to. I feel like Greg, actually, I am convinced Greg is one of those guys that's 180 degrees different in person than he is on YouTube. And I know this mainly because of not even really the phone conversation I have with him, but like when he gets in Discord, man, he's a different dude. It's so funny, man, how people are different in person than they are online. It's funny. He's a smart guy, though. I like Greg.
Oh, it kind of, I don't know. I mean, that kind of makes me sad, though, because, I know we have to put our best foot forward, but you should still be able to be authentic.
Yeah, I think it's still authentic. I think it's just being safe. I've considered doing a secondary channel with just like the quote real me, but A, it would get demonetized so fast my head would spin. B, I think. Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
The camera's being dumb. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think that it might end up being like affecting my main channel. So I'm like, until it doesn't matter, I'm holding that back for.
Yeah, Travis, like we got to put that on hold, man. I got too many lessons. He got too many lessons to drive. He gave me messing around.
Listen, I say things when no one else is around. I go, "Ooh, man, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, let alone like to people. Like I shouldn't even have thought that." I've said some things. It's like some savagery. When your main content, the time you spent, you would be putting your main content. That's right, exactly. Nick knows. Whew.
Oh, no doubt, man. Yeah, Nick knows, man. Nick be grinding out there.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because that one video that Tati put out, the first one, got, I think it's like last time I checked, it was up to 45 million views.
Yeah.
And I think Jameson's apology got like 30 million views. I'm like, damn.
No, actually, his apology now has a little bit more than her original thing, which is interesting.
Really?
Yeah, by a couple more, like a million or two. And it's just interesting the way that stuff spreads. But it ended up being bad for him because I think he lost a lot more subscribers because of it.
Oh yeah, that apology was terrible. I couldn't even sit there. I made it do like 2 minutes and I had to turn it off. It was terrible.
I've only watched commentary on it. I haven't watched the actual thing. I've watched the commentary on it. PewDiePie did a video today about it, and Drama Alert did one.
I tried to watch this apology video. I couldn't do it. I could not do it, man. It was not happening. Yeah,
I feel like you can't. Like I legit was like, I gotta make some fake drama somewhere because it's just pro wrestling in the end.
Yeah, promo, man.
So let's get ready to rumble. What are we doing? How do we make this something that people care about? The problem is with even if you try to like, let's say we manufacture them. Let's say I said, Nick, man, let's do this thing. Come on, Nick, let's do something real good. We get this drama going, and I don't know, somehow people will care, right? And maybe it works. The problem is the only type of drama that works is so scandalous now that like you can't come back at the end and go, I was just kidding, son. Like it doesn't work that way. You just lose all the subs you got. So you can't be like, I don't like you anymore, Viper. We gotta go. That doesn't work anymore. No. You'll be like, I saw Viper with a midget. He had two people taking videos of him while he was doing it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like you got to be ridiculous, and it's just not good. It's like,
no, it's very toxic, right? So you are not kidding. So her original video was up to 48 million. His apology got 50 million. What?
It's crazy.
So that's almost 100 million views between the two videos. OMG. What are we doing wrong, Travis? What are we doing wrong?
I'm literally in the middle of telling you. We got to be savage about it. Like, and it's just not something that you can come back from.
I guess we gotta come back with the old school. We gotta be like, yo, mama, Travis.
Right. Hopefully that works. You know what it's like? It's a lot like pro wrestling, man. I keep telling, and I don't watch a lot now, but I do see some with the major events. And I keep telling my pastor, I go, listen, man, here's the problem with pro wrestling now, which is one of the reasons I don't watch it now. They have taken the moves so to the extreme that like moves that would be finishing moves like 10, 15 years ago are like just starting. I'm like, at that point now, you got to jump off a car while it's driving and elbow a dude in his face while he's falling off of a building to beat the guy. And it's like, at that point, it's too much. Here on YouTube now, that's pretty much where the drama starts. It's like this dude killed his mother while spanking a baby, while calling someone the N-word. Like, it's got to be the worst stuff. Now, James Charles will pop back from this, mainly because he's 19, and number two, people get.
Yeah.
So his career still got a long way to go, unless he falls. Even if he falls apart, look at the people who have fallen apart and still come back. Remember Mel Gibson? That dude's fine. You know the stuff he went through. Bill Cosby had a second shot at it. He got away with it the first time. People forgot about it until Hannibal Buress made a joke about it randomly years later. Like people had forgotten that was a thing. People forget, man.
Yeah, people
internet. People forget.
So Shannon is saying that the beauty community toxic is so crazy because everybody knows everybody and everybody knows everybody's business. And hey, when you know
Swoop
everybody, when you know everybody, when you know everybody's tea, she gets real quick.
Swoop just put out a video about that. She's like, I know so much tea.
Yeah, when you know everybody's business, and then you can use that, you can weaponize it against them, bro. It's like, woo. Make for crazy views, man. I
gotta be careful when I'm out there with Nick and D. I'll be like, listen, fellas, I can't be saying these things about these people.
Gotta pat them down, make sure there's no recording devices on deck.
Exactly. I make sure, but I gotta tell you everyone I hate on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you, but don't be spreading it. Then later when they spread it, I'm like, I don't know these fools. I never hung out with them. Never knew no Nimmons. Ain't nobody know no Nimmons. They're not even real. They are the deep fakes of YouTube.
So when you started doing your YouTube, you've been doing YouTube for what, 2 years now, right?
It would have been end of January of last year. So we're what, a year and a half?
Oh, almost same time as me. Okay, cool. Yep. So when you started doing YouTube a year and a half ago, did you think that you would be where you are now?
Nope. So the idea, as I've told the story before, was 10,000 or bust within the year. If I didn't make 10,000, I was going to quit. I made 20 in a year. And even at that point, I was like, wow, this is great. So I can actually go after this. I really had no idea of like what that meant. And like I said, later on, leaving comments and stuff, and people recognized me. I started kind of getting weird about it. People said, oh, I love you and you're the best. And you make my day. And so I'm like, okay. I mean, I thought I wanted this. I kind of do, but it's weird when someone actually says it. I know you've gotten to Vyper because like the thing about you is that you're going to have hardcore fans. Like they're just going to, you're so one way or the other. People are either going to like Vyper or they're really not going to like Vyper. And the people that like Vyper are going to be ride or die.
Yeah. Speaking of weird, I don't know if this person may or may not be listening to the stream, but somebody made me their wallpaper on their phone. I'm like, whoa.
See, I'm telling you, man.
Like,
I told you you're gonna be the one that's gonna have like the weird ones. You're gonna have the weirdest fans, dude.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it weird. It just caught me off guard. Like somebody made me their wallpaper. Like, whoa.
Yeah, that's different, man. I would tell you, that's just the beginning until they start like taking that wallpaper, like printing it out, and then making a mask on it and wearing it at night when they go to sleep. Like, I'm Vyper.
Behave, Travis.
They're gonna be listening to that one video you did, that Vyper ASMR. They're gonna be turning it up, turning the lights down at night.
Oh my Lord.
Gonna be some savagery.
Hush, Shannon. You're not weird. Quiet. Shannon crazy.
Some late night savagery.
Ashley says, do you guys find tech disaster videos attract more views? Oh, of course. Anything that has drama attached is going to attract more views, bro. People love a train wreck. Like, it is what it is. People just love a train wreck. I mean, that goes with anything. So yeah, but Travis, you're gonna have some hardcore fans too, man. I mean, what a player! Welcome back. I mean, come on now. You came up with that. You came up with that, right?
I just think that your energy is the type that is gonna just drive people to be more like loyal. I have loyal fans and friends too. That's cool, but I feel like when you go super hard like that, the people that you will attract are going to be super hard behind you and like ride or die and like got your back. And I think it's awesome, man.
The funny thing is that goes both ways, because I constantly get comments about people who feel like, "Whoa, you're just being over the top or you're trying too hard." I'm like, I would rather be over the top and try too hard than be boring.
Yeah. Right, 100%. You don't want to be like everyone else. That's not the point.
Yeah, not doing that. So
where would you have been if you tried to be calm Vyper? You wouldn't have done half the stuff you've done.
Probably not. Like the craziest thing, like the something that like just jumped out of me over the past like year and a half is when I had Michael Fisher on the live stream, and he said, "I'm surprised I'm not getting yelled at," and I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Like, huh? It caught me off guard so bad because number one, I had no idea he watched the content.
Right.
But number two, that comment and like that, I'm just like, that's something that he would only know unless he watched the video. He would have to watch the content to know, like, wow, that just threw me off guard.
This goes back to something Floss Carter said in a live stream like a year or so ago, before maybe even before I was a creator. I remember him talking about how all creators have like these other accounts, these ghost accounts and stuff.
Oh, right.
And that he does, and he goes, and he always said like, don't people out here watching each other's content. And I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder who, and I still to this day wonder like who has seen my content. Like, who do I not realize has seen it? Totally.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. I guess I'll find out at VidSummit, at least some of it anyway.
But I mean, I understand it, but at the same time,
Nick got one. Nick got one.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. I was just about to say, why do you need a separate account? Like, I just feel like I should be able to, like, if I want to watch somebody else's content and comment on it, I should be able to just do it as Vyper. I shouldn't have to use a separate account to do that.
I think it's an old school thing because I totally don't feel that I would need to have a secondary account. Like, I totally want it. Same thing as you're saying. Yeah.
But I can understand where they can come from if you want to just be sneaky and cruise around and not be bothered like that. Then that will come into handy.
Yeah, well, Nick is different. So depending on what type of channel he leaves a comment on, first of all, any channel he leaves a comment on is going to have the little check mark, right? So that's already going to be people interest. But Nick has such a large reaching impact, especially with creators, that if he goes to any other like creators channel that has a creator audience, like instantly they're probably pinging him going, oh, hey, Nick, it's cool. Can you look at my channel? Blah, blah, blah. Can you do this? Can you do that? And it's got to be like, okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right.
And that's the thing. I mean, I don't know, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing that that's part of the churn and part of kind of the pain. Because, you know, Nick's kind of big time, man. I think Nick could be big time out there. Do people, so when you went to Vid Summit, Viper, last year, which I think you had under 1,000 subscribers at that point, right? Vid Summit of last year?
No, I had over 1,000.
Had over 1,000. Yeah. Did people recognize you without you introducing yourself? Not like
no, not at all.
No one really knew who you were. Okay. I bet you that would change if you went this year.
Only because I went last year. That's the only reason.
Gotcha. I want to comment on a video that has live streaming software. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. See, Nick is smart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I feel that.
Wow. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I wasn't either. That's brilliant.
The hell, man.
I use Streamlabs OBS strictly 1,000% because of a video Nick made.
Now now Nick got me thinking about making a burner account.
You want me this burner account?
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, for whatever reason, Streamlabs is not on Mac, so I can't even use it, even though Mac has OBS. So
it's amazing. Nick is always thinking 4 or 5 steps ahead. D knows. D was probably seeing all that stuff when they were growing up. Can you imagine that household? Because there was multiple kids there, man. Like D and Nick were probably fun to watch growing up, man. Can you imagine? D about 16 steps. But
see, this is the thing though. Like this is why I love live streaming and why I love like the community that I built, because these are things that I would have never thought about myself. But since I have creators that watch my content, they can give me the deep. Like I would have never thought about that. I just comment on people's videos because I like comment on people's videos. Like I don't think about brands and
I wouldn't have thought of that. I just try to be nice, but he's taken to that level. It has nothing to do with being nice. It has to do with liking. Yeah, and it's the same thing for me now. Like I got to be careful. Like Andrew Can is a cool dude, and I like him a lot, but he works for TubeBuddy, so it's not like I can sit there and start liking all of his stuff on Twitter. I just can't do that. So I have to be kind of real careful about that stuff too. So, you know.
Ah, man. This is an interesting.
I'm happy about that.
This is an interesting road we are on, Travis.
It is, man. We only at the beginning though. Feel that.
Yeah, we're only at the beginning. Yeah.
A year. Yeah. I work for vidIQ, Nick. So it's kind of weird to politics, son. Politics.
Jason, that all I have to do is walk into a place and do my intro. Dude,
you should.
Bro, nobody like. I mean,
that's the thing, man. I really think I hope that there is a way you can end up at Vid Summit this year. There's plenty of time between now and then. If you do, I would be so curious to see how many people would like recognize you now, because you've done so much since then. So much since then.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Funny story, Jason. In the hotel lobby last year, I did do my intro.
Oh,
stop! Everybody dead in their tracks. It was hilarious.
Did you videotape it?
It was on Daryl E's live stream. I haven't been able to find it though.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. Well, Nick said he recognized as soon as I saw him. Of course, man.
Yeah, but Nick knew me though. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I wanted someone who didn't like if Sarah Dietschy walked up and go, "Hey, Viper."
Actually, on video came up to me last year and said he recognized me. I'm like, wait, huh?
Really? That's pretty impressive.
That was weird to me, but yeah. I thought he had me mistaken with somebody else, but I don't think he did.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, it'll be cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. I always am also really curious about how often people get recognized in public. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I was recognized at an Apple store, which is weird because you'd almost think it'd be the opposite, like it'd be a different store than the Apple store.
And I'm always the guy you took the picture with.
Yeah, he's way taller than me. I always wonder like what that's like for larger creators. Like Nick is different because he's in Thailand, so I don't know how recognized he is there. But I wonder when he goes to different places, like, is it a thing? Like people sit and talk to you, and then do you get that weird guy that you need to get away from, but you're trying to be nice and like I need to. That's the part that I don't know. I don't have any kind of experience with, so I need to lean on my bigger brothers to understand how that all works. I'm totally curious about that. So I'm definitely going to dig into Nick and D's head about that. I read a deck in the inning by a guy visiting from Iceland. Jeez, Nick is worldwide, son. Actually, I would just in my live stream, I have people that watch from Africa and places like that. I'm like, and we always say Wakanda, man. That happened last week.
Nice.
That guy from Iceland. Are you kidding me? See, I love hearing about that. I would love to have seen that. Like, what did that interaction go like? The guy's from Iceland. He's like, he's going to LA. That's cool. I'm checking it out. I'm going to go to Denny's. Probably don't got no Denny's in Iceland. Let me see what these pancakes are all about. Sits down, looks over. There's Nick effing Nimmin. He's like, wait a minute. That's not Nick Nimmin. This is what I'm playing this in my head. It's not Nick Nimmin. I'm in LA. Nick doesn't live in LA. There's no way. Looks again. He goes, it could be these waffles that making me drunk. But I think that's effing Nimmin. I'm gonna go over and talk to him. So he talks to his little Icelandic wife and goes, listen, wife, I need you to understand. I'm gonna go over here to this dude. It may not be the guy I think it is, but I think it's Nick effing Nimmin. So I'm gonna go over there and say hi. So he goes over. He's a little nervous. You're recognized in Thailand because of the digital nomad community there. YouTube crosses their paths when they're trying to figure out options for working on. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And he goes, okay. Mr. Nimmin, hi, my name is Sven from Iceland, and I watch you on YouTube. I just wanted to say hi. He's like, oh, hey, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you. And he's like, yeah, I'm having these American waffles, son. I'm having these American waffles. They're okay. He doesn't say son because he's from Iceland. He's like, Sven, whatever that sounds. I don't know what Iceland people sound like. And he goes, listen, can I take a picture with you? And Nick's like, listen, I'm just trying to have some of these moons over my hammy. So I just need you to chill out. I will sign this autograph for you, but I need you to go away. And the guy's like, okay, I'm from Iceland. I'm just visiting. I don't know about the American customs. Nick goes, don't worry about it. I don't live in America either. But that's how we do it. And that's how it ended. It was. I wish I had seen that. Wish I could have seen that. Nick effing Nimmin.
It's funny that you say that because I don't know if you remember when I was in LA for Vid Summit, I was in an In-N-Out. And
so what's his name? Jerry Lawler.
Yes, I haven't recognized Jerry Lawler. Yeah,
that's crazy. I was jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I was jealous. That's a guy I would have really liked to have met.
Oh, but see, here's the thing. Like, here's the thing about me. I was smooth AF about it, bro. Yeah. I went over to the table and I gave him a fist bump. I was like, I don't want to really disturb you. I just want to say hello, and I walked away. Right.
Nice.
So when he got up to leave, that's when I asked him, could I take a picture, and we got the picture.
That's awesome, man. Smart dude, man. You handled that.
Exactly. Because I didn't want to bother him when he was with his family and whatnot. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna say hello, and I'm gonna keep going, keep it moving. But
very smart, very smart. Yeah, Nick said, yeah, I gotta take a picture with you. That's funny. That's kind of the way I felt about it when that guy told me, he's like, oh no, I watch your videos. I'm like, yeah. He goes, can I take a picture? I'm like, hell yeah, we better do this. Ain't no one gonna believe me. Take a picture.
Damn right. Selfie up, baby. Selfie up.
Oh, yeah, Memphis. Oh, Shannon's saying he's always out in Memphis. That's what's up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is from Memphis, right? Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I was shocked as hell that when I walked in and out, he was just chilling. I'm like, oh.
And no one else was like talking to him, huh?
Well, he was with his family. That's why I really wanted to disturb him.
Right.
But I mean, I went over there and I gave him the fist bump and I kept it moving, but I didn't want to be like, oh, I want to go into the whole spiel and all that crap. So I just did it quick, got out of there, and let him eat with his family.
Who the hell's bumping their damn horn out there? When I was back in Delaware, I was 17, 18. Saw Flavor Flav at the mall, son. Went over there, he signed an autograph for me on his clock. Took that clock on his clock. And his handwriting was immaculate. I've never seen handwriting like before. It was artistry. It was weird. I was expecting to be scribble scrabble, but it looked like a damn painting. I was like, damn, Flavor Flav got some skills. He comes here around me, so I never get a chance to meet someone. What's up, Dr. Devo?
Oh, Devo in the building.
Dr. Devo lives in Madison, Wisconsin, so ain't nobody. Oh no, not too far from what? Jason's out in Chicago, right?
Jason, you're out of Tech?
No, wait, where? No, where is he? In Idaho?
He's in Iowa.
He's in Iowa. Yeah. S'mores with selfie with Viper. If I'm ever in Chicago, man, leave like a s'mores selfie with Viper. That's it.
We got to, man. Got to.
That's it, man. That's it.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So many YouTube stories, man.
That's the life, man. We did it. We dreamed it. Now we did it. What? So you said, I know part of your story, like why you did YouTube, like why you started. Like I've heard bits of it, but like you've been around watching for a long time. So like, why did it take you so long to kind of go, I'm going to do it? Like I told why I did, because I saw someone that said they could do it in 10,000 a year. So I was like, all right, let's do it. But I don't think I ever understood why you ventured. Yeah, let's do it this year.
All right. So basically, I never really thought about having a YouTube channel until last year. I have, like you said, I've been watching for a long time. And obviously, if I was going to have a channel, it would have been in tech. But the tech field was already so saturated. So I never really thought about doing a channel.
Yeah.
But then my mother died in 2017, and my friend had made a suggestion that I should start a YouTube channel. And people had suggested to me over the years that I should start a channel, but I never really took it seriously. But last year, I finally said the hell with it. Let me throw my hat in the ring, and rest is history.
Yeah, I wonder if you could tell yourself 18 months ago that you would have had conversations with Flossie, MKBHD, Mr. Mobile, Painfully Honest, like all these people, like you would not only have conversation with them, but you know them, you'd be friends with John Prosser, like all these things. Like, would that Viper have believed this Viper? Like, did you feel like you had it in you? Like, yeah, if I work really hard, I'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like when I first started, no, probably because I didn't really have any expectations when I first started. I just did it, and I was trying to have fun, but I didn't really have any like expectations. But I think as I did it more and more, I kind of came to the realization that if I just kept grinding and kept working, then eventually I would get to a point where stuff would happen. So,
yeah, I could tell you for sure. There was never a moment that I could think of where I would be doing a live stream where Nick Nimmin was watching the live stream I'm on. I was never in my, because I'd been watching stuff he had done, so I never was in my periphery. What about quitting? Have you ever had an opportunity or a thought where you were like, "Oh, I gotta quit this thing. It's too much." Yeah, since you started.
No, hell no. I haven't done anything yet. I've done nothing.
Been doing it for over a year. Listen, a lot of people quit before the year's up. And Lord knows, I mean, we've all had some hard times, but I think it's interesting that you haven't, like, it's not even been in your periphery. That's good. Good for you.
I mean, I would be lying if I didn't think for a minute that I'm all right. So Travis is over here with 30K. I'm over here with 2.3K. I'm like, damn, I would be lying if I didn't say I didn't think about damn, you got 30K in a year and I got 2.3K in a year. But the interesting thing, then I have to remind myself we're on completely different journeys and paths, man.
We are.
What you're doing is different from what I'm doing, even though we're in the same kind of genre. But you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, and what's that?
D's leaving.
All right, D, take care, man. Thanks for stopping in, bro. But yeah, we're on completely different paths. So I'm I can't really get flustered by what's happening with other creators when I have my own stuff I need to be taken care of. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Nick says he had a guy that he used to really look up to, and then 2 years later he hit him up for consulting. It's such a flip. It's a weird flip, man. That's crazy. I love that story. I love that.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah, man. For you, you're 100% right. And then I look at other people that are ahead of me, and I'm like, well, what? But in a lot of ways, there's certain things that you do that I'm jealous of. I'll be 100% honest. Like the fact that you can pump out so much content so quickly, and a lot of people look at me and you pump out quick content because I'll get home and I'll do it, like you say or whatever. But you're consistent, you're boom, 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 boom. You have 4 videos out before I have 2, and I like that. I wish I could do that. I wish I could release myself and give myself permission to do that. So I mean, there's plenty of things that you've done that I'm like, man, that would have been so cool if I did. It's so funny the way that is. We don't know what another person thinks of us, but I have so much respect for you, and the things you've accomplished to me are amazing, incredible. And subscriber counts aside, the accomplishments are there, and I respect that to the nth degree, man. Totally, 100%.
I appreciate that, man. It's just, yeah, it's I don't know. I think sometimes I get caught up in the subscriber count, but at the same time, I know that I have done so much more than my subscriber count. It's just it doesn't. At the end of the day, my subscriber count doesn't really mean much because I am playing so far outside of I am so far outside of my subscriber count. It's not even funny. So it's
100%, 1,000%.
I can't even worry about it. I mean, It's funny. I think I said on the live stream like last week, like I'm just waiting for the YouTube audience to catch up with me because they're so used to the regular mundane tech videos, and I'm not doing it. I refuse. So when y'all catch up with me, I'll be here waiting for y'all.
I think it'll happen too. I really do. And you never know. The funny thing is you said you just had that video out of nowhere pop for no apparent reason, and that could literally be the beginning. So it's all up to you now, like what you do for your next video and stuff. But it totally could be the beginning.
I mean, with YouTube, you never know. But I have a plan. Since I know I have kind of a reason why the video popped, so I'm gonna try to follow it up with something similar, and we'll see what happens.
Tech for Your Needs actually brings up a really, really good point. It says people are watching you. Team Pixel noticed. That is 100% true.
Bro, I am still mind blown. Like what?
Yep.
Like now that's something that if you would have told me like 18 months ago that I would have been hit up by Google to be sent the phone, I'd be like, you must be crazy. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's
there
no way.
Go. There you go.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
But that just goes. That's the point I've been trying to make for like the past few weeks. That Roberto told me, you never know who's watching your content. It doesn't matter your sub count. You never know who's watching.
Never know, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want to know, though. That's the question. I want to know.
I know, but it would be nice. Like, it's funny because I do like the roll call at the beginning of every Friday Night Viper, and a lot of people like chime in that they're watching, but I know there's a bunch of people that don't.
Lurkers.
They lurk. They don't tell me that they're watching. Like, who's watching?
I will be honest. And I don't think I've ever said this. I don't think I've ever said this before. The one thing, and it's not haunted me, but it's something that I never have forgotten, and I haven't, and I even to this day, I think about from time to time, is MKBHD, mainly because of a video that I made last year that was not negative towards him, but people took it negative, and I always wondered if he's seen it. And the reason I wonder that is because he quickly saw Tech Rant's video, like quickly. And it seemed to me that like, well, if he saw Tech Rant's video so quickly, there's a very good possibility he's seen mine, and then what he thinks about that, and if he even thinks about it, if he ever thought about it. So I know that someday I feel it true. We will one day meet. I already have what I think is an incredibly fun and cool collab idea that is no risk to him, will make me potentially look silly, but that's what I like about it. So I hope that happens at some point. I think the one thing, and I think I'm now answering the question you asked me a while back, I guess it would be MKBHD, but for none of the reasons that people think. Like, I don't care that he's one of the biggest YouTubers. I don't give a crap about that. And I never do collabs with these bigger creators thinking I'm going to get any subscribers, because I never do. The only way you get subscribers is if you're on their channel. And when they're on your channel, it doesn't matter. Nope. So I would want him to do this. He does whatever he wants to do. But I actually have what I think is a really funny idea. So I hope that would be the one collab that I would put up and go, if I have a bucket list checklist, that one. But not for the reason anyone would ever guess.
So, to answer your initial question, yes, he's seen the video. I'm pretty sure.
Because, yeah, but I mean, people say that, but I want to know. Like, I want to know.
If I had to bet, and I'm not a bettor, but I had to bet he's seen the video, because it was kind of hard to not see, especially with the backlash you got on it. Like, I'm pretty sure he noticed, and he knows. Because this is the thing, like he has a rabid fan base, and they are all over YouTube. So yeah, I am pretty sure that he had been alerted that you made a video about him, and he probably watched it. Like, it is what it is.
I hope that he took it with the way it was, because to be honest, like, none of it was bad. All of it was I spent more of the video talking about how great he is and how people should watch him. And the funny thing about it is the quote worst thing that I said about him was A, that I didn't think he was funny. And I don't think he's funny, but he's not really trying to be funny. So I don't think that's even an insult. And B, I don't watch him. And I don't watch him. But none of that is negative. It's just facts. The rest of it, it's like, he's actually really great. He gives people I said that he gives minorities like a really great role model to look towards. Is that a bad thing? Like, people got triggered by the title, and I don't think they ever really paid attention to the video.
Dude, they never
they never do. It was an appreciation for, and I'll give props to PG, because it was PG's thumbnail that I think took it over the edge. because he put MKBH who on.
Yeah, that probably is.
There's so many people, dude. That wasn't even my idea, but I was like, we're doing that. Look, at the end of the day, I think he's great. I literally have never had a problem with him, and I just think it's interesting that people think I do for some reason. I totally don't.
That's the other thing that if you would have asked me 18 months ago if that would have happened, and I would have told you no, I now have a direct line to MKBHD anytime I want, which is just asinine to me.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Like, I can DM him on Twitter anytime I want, and he always answers me. So it's really amazing.
Well, wait. Oh no, you've already had your 1 year. I was going to say, when you have so you have your 1 year on YouTube.
Yep.
How many videos have you done?
Over 300.
So you don't have you have to wait until like your 500 video special for it to be kind of interesting. I'm just trying to think of like what kind of milestones you could cheat to use and say, hey, I need to call in that favor. Let me do the bat signal, the MKBHD signal. Put it up in the air.
Well, I don't like. That's the thing. Like I have a direct line to Marquez. I can DM him anytime I want. He usually always answers me back, which is pretty cool of him. But
yeah,
I don't like to abuse the privilege. So I mean,
no, of course,
I'll DM him every once in a while to say hello or whatever, or like say I like a video that he did recently, or the other. I think I DM'd him like last week or 2 weeks ago to ask him if I could use one of his clips, which he didn't have a problem. Which he didn't have a problem. If he said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, use it," so I used it, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The next milestone, as far as milestone go, I think the next milestone for me is 10,000 subscribers. Whenever the hell that happens, who knows?
Yeah, I don't think it's as far away as you might think it is,
but
I think it's just a matter of hitting a couple of rock star videos, man.
Yeah. Speaking of that, there's a dude out there called Martin Tech.
Yeah, the
dude was at my sub level.
Yeah.
Then he did a video about the S10 and somehow got 100 and something K views. Yeah. And the dude now has 30,000 subscribers. I'm like,
30 now?
What's up?
Does he have 30 now?
I think he's at 30 now. Let me check. But I think he's at 30.
I get a lot of recommended content from him. In other words, when someone watches his videos, they'll watch mine. So I get traffic from him. And I've watched a couple of his videos, and he seems like a nice guy or whatever. But it's not like he's doing some type of amazing B-roll content or anything particularly out of the ordinary. So it's interesting. Like, yeah. I'm happy for him because he did grind for quite a while. So I respect that. It's not like
all right. So video. Yeah. So he's at 26,000 right now.
Yeah.
That Galaxy S10 video is now sitting at 919,000 views.
Makes no sense.
What am I doing wrong?
I think the same thing, dude. I mean, look at that iPhone 6S video I just did. Some incredible shots, pretty good information. Flossy Carter at the beginning. Like, it's a home run, and it's got like 8,000 views. It's like, all right, thanks.
But the YouTube algorithm is a crazy thing, man. Like, you're like videos that don't start off hot could pick up steam like sometime down the road for no reason. It's just pew.
Yep. Yep. And I've seen that a couple times. So when I was talking about Leah, the lady I was talking about that I met at the YouTuber thing, she's had multiple videos that like 6, 8, 9 months later have gotten like 100,000 views within a couple days. Like, just out of no, dead video was dead in the waters. And then like 9 months later, boom, everything. And I feel like I have so many videos that should explode in a couple of months because I feel like they're good objectively. I'm just like, okay, there's a landmine. I hope that thing blows up someday because it ain't doing nothing now.
Oh no, Josh. I'm just highlighting like things I've observed, but no, I don't compare, man. Like I said,
but that's the thing, Viper. That same thing could happen to you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that this 5G video caught on is kind of weird because it's not like A, the 5G hasn't been talked about a million times already, or B, that even the 5. Did you put in the title that you were doing the S10 5G?
Yeah,
you did. Okay, and it's not like yours is the only video behind that. It's just it could be. This could be your version of it, man. You know, so I'm saying
it could be. We'll see. I've never had a video besides one that John Prosser shared get this many views in the first 24 hours. Never.
Well,
crazy.
There's another guy who blew up pretty recently. His video that blew up, he was very pedestrian. Like, all his videos were just did, you know, it's mostly like, I don't even remember. But the video that blew up is how much money he made as a 30,000 subscriber YouTube channel. That video just blew up. And And he went from like 30,000 subscribers to like 45,000 subscribers in a couple of days. Then he made another video about that video, talking about how much he made from that video, and then he blew up again and got over 50,000. Like, dang!
Now that's how you take it the algorithm right there, bro.
That's exactly it, man. That's it. Oh my gosh! Someday, man.
Orlando said it's possible that somebody targeted Mark's video for ads and YouTube probably might have pushed it. Huh? That's a lot of
Not pushing, man. And to be honest, like that would not gain you subscribers. So I don't buy that. I think he just got the organic push, man, and good for him, dude.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Travis, because I feel like being a YouTuber that we're in like WWE, right? You know, you start at the bottom, and you got to work your way up, and then you got to wait until WWE finally gives you that push.
Yeah.
I feel like the YouTube algorithm is Vince McMahon. We got to wait till we get our push.
That's right, man. That's right. We out here in NXT busting ass.
Seriously.
But you know, the same thing happened to Jason, Painfully Honest Tech last year. Like from what I heard the story, this is before I met him, but I remember hearing that when he got to around 30,000, like his channel kind of died. Now I don't even know what that means because I wasn't watching him at the time. But allegedly he had this conversation with Roberto. Roberto told him to go ahead and do more Can You Trust videos. And then he went from like 30 to 50 really quick. And then obviously after that, he did like the iPhone video the night before the iPhone pre-release or whatever, and then he got that video. So he just blew up last year, and which is awesome because Jason's a great guy. I wonder though, like I feel like those moments are just around the corner for us. It's just a matter of when, because they say you're only one step away from the finish line or one day away from.
Oh, you're Orlando. He converted sub, bro. He got what 17,000, 18,000 subscribers in 2 days.
Yeah. Ridiculous, man.
He converted.
Yeah, he converted. Which is again weird. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know anything about him, but and just being objective. And in my mind, listen, I don't like every single YouTube video. There's nothing particularly special about the video that I saw that made me go, okay, this is a cool guy. I would love to subscribe to him. I don't know. Maybe it was just his presentation of it really just hit home with a lot of people, and that was it. I was like, all right, cool, good for you, man.
I think part of it was the title of the video. I think the title did a lot for that video.
Don't subscribe based on that. My point, as far as getting the views, sure, that triggered it, I'm sure. But the conversion is the part that I'm like, how did that? Because I watched most of that video, and I'm like, I'm waiting for him to say something either like really controversial or something that might be like, you know, I don't know, stir the pot or something. It was just never happened, and I'm like, okay, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, I watched a couple of his videos. He's a pretty smart guy, so I mean,
he is. Totally. And yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, congratulations. I don't know. Congratulations, all I can say.
Yeah, it's the magic of YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look, man. Mr. 30,000 over here, Mr. Travis dropping lessons with 30K, bro. Getting it done out here.
This 30 is going to be a grind, man, because the algo's not been treating me very good the last couple of weeks. So this 30 is going to take forever. I really expected to be closer to 50 within the next month or so, man. But it's not happening.
Orlando, I'll put in the chat the channel name is Mark. Yeah, Mark Tech. If I can type correctly, that'd be great.
I haven't watched any of his videos recently, but my channel has been related to his a couple times. I've noticed when I go to my about page, and some of his content shows up, like will push viewers to some of my videos.
Yeah, like he been like right now he has like 26,000 subs. Like the dude had like 2,000 like
not that long ago.
Like
it's crazy.
Like 2 months ago he had 2,000.
That's it. That's crazy.
Like 2,000 he had like 2,000 subscribers like a couple of months ago. Now he's at 26,000. Like what in the hell is
That's
going on?
Weird because as fast as I think that I went, I at least had some type of gradual kind of acknowledgement of what was going on, even though I had some fast months. But that's so fast to go from like a small tuber to really kind of a legitimate size in no time. Like your head's got to be spinning. It's got to be like, well, okay. And now he's got to learn those lessons we've been talking about. The good thing for you, Viper, is that even at your quote subscriber size, you have so much experience that you already know some of these things that he's probably just still learning, like the things we talked about, like how you can't just leave comments anywhere and all these things. He's probably just figuring it out. Like, oh crap, people are now paying attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah. That is one of those things. Like I remember Jason was talking about once you hit that 100K mark, people pay a lot closer attention to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fighting.
man.
Oh yeah, it's about Paige's, or not Paige. Is it Paige's family? That video, Fighting with My Family. That video, that movie. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, Dr. DeBow, it's all good, man. I mean, I make a lot of videos. I know people can't watch every video I'm making, whatnot. So
yeah. Chuck Freeney's go. Do you think growing that fast is good or bad for the long run? That's a great question. What do you think?
I mean, I guess it depends on what he wants to do on YouTube. I mean, if he's trying to build a business or do something like that, then it's great. If he's just having fun or doing whatever, then I guess it is what it is. I don't know. It really depends on his state of mind. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's all about the person. Like, is he, because he's actually been doing YouTube for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but I seem to remember it wasn't like someone who just came along and all of a sudden everything worked. I think he'd been grinding for a while before that happened. So I respect him in that way for sure, because he didn't give up just because he wasn't getting a lot of traction. And I think it has a lot to do with the person. Like, again, he's not at 100,000 subscribers or anything like that, so he's not burning the world on fire. However, that growth so fast does get you exposure and people starting to pay attention to you. So I think it just depends on his personality. Like, it just becomes different. That's the only thing I can say. It's different. It's not like drastically different. Like Jason says, there's something that happens at 100K, which I'm really curious as to what that means exactly. Like, I understand what he says, but I mean, like, what does it mean when you're actually doing it, when you're actually going through it? But I can already start to feel this kind of small bit of that. So I'm imagining that he's talking about, like, now you're just under a microscope and people are just watching you, period. End of story.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because, like, at my size, like, I feel like I'm being watched, but I feel it, but it's not, like, palpable.
No pressure or anything, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that the more you grow, it becomes more palpable that you're being watched.
And that's what I'm saying. I think what's going to happen is the next time you're able to go to one of these creator events, you're going to realize, like, how many people are watching you, and that might be a really interesting experience. I think, like, in a positive way, not negative in any way. I think it might be one of those moments where you sit there and you go, "Wow, man, I'm actually doing a lot more, and things that I'm doing actually mean a lot more than you even give yourself credit for."
It was kind of crazy because when I was talking to Marquez on the live stream when he came on, he was like talking to me like he watched my, like, I don't know how much of my content he has haven't watched, but the way he was talking to me gave me the impression that he was familiar with my content. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Didn't he say something specific? I feel like he said something specific at some point.
I don't remember if he said something specific, but just the way he was talking to me, it gave me the impression that he's familiar with what I do on YouTube. I'm like, that's interesting.
Well, he would have had to, right? Like, he's not just going to go on a live stream just based on your Twitter. Like, he would have had to check something out.
I said this last week when I did my Friday Night Viper about no small creators. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all that no creator is coming on my live stream unless they vet me. Like, everybody,
right, of course.
Everybody that come on this live stream has vetted me, man. Everybody.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? It's be dumb not.
Yep, exactly. And I told him, I said, if somebody asked me to come on that channel, I'm betting them too. Hell yeah, go both ways.
Yeah, so that's just normal, smart business practice. So for anyone to think that he would just come on just because you bug him on Twitter is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. Like, this guy keeps adding me. I guess I gotta go on his YouTube channel.
Right. No, it's fun because like people are like when they get on me about adding mentioning larger creators on Twitter. And they accuse me of clout chasing and all this stuff. But like I was saying last week, ain't nobody coming on my channel unless they vet me, bro. You know what I mean? Think about all the people I've had on this channel, and they've all vetted me, but they still agreed to come on the channel. So,
yep. They all seem to have had a good time. Like, none of them are like, oh, I'm not coming back. Renee Ritchie, who's one of the kind of faster upgrowing, he's one of the faster channels that, like, already has a tremendous amount of respect in the community.
Yep.
He's been on your channel multiple times. Like, if no one else who's come through should demand the respect of that, it should be probably him. Because if you think about his content and you think about your content, they're polar opposites, despite the fact that they're talking a lot about the same thing. That should be your indication that Viper is legit, because some dude who's very, like, clean cut, really well, organized in his videos, very kind of, by the letter, is coming on Friday Night Viper and has done it on more than one occasion. Shut your mouth about everything else. You don't know what you're talking about if you think that it's some type of it's silly. Like, it's silly.
I agree.
Yeah. That one kind of surprised me a little bit. I don't know anything about him. I've watched a couple of his videos. He's not exactly my cup of tea, but I respect him because he knows what he's talking about. He's not BSing. He's very well researched. So I definitely respect what he has to say. But it did surprise me that he came on your show because the only thing I know is what I've seen, and I just seen too straight laced. I'm like, maybe probably just too straight laced. But then he shows up and he's like having a good time, and I'm like, well, all right, let's go. Why not? Come on.
Yeah, Renee is cool as hell, man. Renee is cool.
Yeah,
that's like, good. But that's another thing. Like, I've been following him for years. Like, even before his site was called iMur, it was called the iPhone Blog, and he used to do like these podcasts with one of his coworkers, Georgia Dow. I used to be in there listening to their podcast. So, like,
yeah, you've been making. That's the other thing a lot of people don't know. I love, and I talk about this a lot. I talk about that picture of the iceberg, where you can see the top and not the bottom, and the meme is like all the hard work and everything is underneath the water, and what you see is on top. And you are definitely the epitome of that when it comes to this community, because a lot of these people don't know that you have like established, even if not like straight up relationships, at least you're in the periphery of these people and have been for years. And people don't know that. The only thing they see is you're on Twitter tweeting them, and they're like, oh, he's just going out there trying to, clout chase, whatever. When they don't know that, like, for example, Flossie, you've been in his live streams for years, years. So it is interesting to kind of understand that. Like, I understand that about you, that you've been in people's communities for a long time. And it's so funny when people see that peak, they don't see everything underneath the water.
No doubt. Like the other thing that people don't know or don't see is that I have uploaded something to YouTube every week since I started.
Yep.
They don't know that. That's I'll tell you. I just told
more than me. I haven't done that.
Like, it's the grind, man. But you've been grinding. You've been doing your thing, man.
I know my thing, you're doing it more. I'm not gonna lie. Jonathan Morrison uploaded something, so I'm gonna have to watch that before I go to sleep. I love a good Jomo video.
What did he talking about today?
I think it's a dream desk or something.
Oh, he loves his desk setup. I give him that.
Yeah, man, that dude he's just a great guy. I had the night before I left.
The title is "You Should Click This Video." That's hilarious.
Oh, is it really? That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Renee's been around for 10 years and doing podcasting most of the time. In recent years, video podcasting. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I didn't even know that about him.
Yep, he's been around all the time.
I'm not surprised because you can kind of tell just by the way he does his videos. You can kind of tell there's something else going on there.
Yeah,
experience.
That dude is a journalist.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
A bad man. But yeah, man. I mean, we both got it going on, man. You are doing your thing over there, hitting 30K. You'll probably be at 40K before long, before the end of the summer, knowing you.
Fingers crossed.
It's funny because you hit 20K in a year, but then you got to 30 real damn quick. Like, damn.
Well, I don't know. Like, I had one. So January was one of my worst months ever. And then here's what happened. I had gone in January knowing it was going to be a slower month. So I had actually convinced myself that it was just going to be a slow month. And I was like, okay, it's going to be a slow month. And then it was a slow month. And then I come to find out people were like, oh, that was my best month ever. And I'm like, so I had convinced myself it was going to be slow. So I basically get a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it was slow. So then I just grinded to hell in February and got like 5,000 subscribers in that month. Like I killed it. And now it's slowing back down again. I'm like, crap. So it's just, this one's going to take me a lot longer than the other one.
I wouldn't get too comfortable about you, Travis, because once August hit, the wrap, bro.
Listen, man, when these new stuff, when the new Note comes out, I'm going to become a Note channel. I'm going to be all about that life. There's going to be all that stuff that I'm going to be digging into. But it's so funny. A couple of live streams ago, I realized that I'm becoming basically a phone channel, which is weird because I never intended to do that. And I kind of, in some ways, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to become a phone channel, but you know how YouTube algorithm is, man. And case in point, like my channel was basically built upon headphone video reviews. Like if you look at my channel and you go to my most popular videos, like almost every single one is a headphone review. So I did a headphone review just like 2 weeks ago and it got like nothing, like no traction, no views, nothing. So, but YouTube, as soon as I put Apple in the title, it's like, all right, here, have a couple thousand views. I'm like, all right, YouTube. You forgot about me and headphones, apparently. So I'm going to be all about the Note 10 life. I'm going to be all about Samsung and Apple in my titles. I'm going to be all about that life because, ultimately, like, I have some goals. I want to get to 100K by next year, by this time next year at the latest. I want to be full-time, full-time. Like, I want all those things. And the only way to get there is to be bigger. So there we go. We'll see.
Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Yeah.
My man went to 20K in a year, man. Anything's possible with you, dude.
Anything's possible.
Getting it done out here.
Anything.
I'm not holding you up for anything, am I?
No, it's just hot as hell in this room. That's all it is. But I'm fine. I ain't doing nowhere. The only thing I really have to do tonight, and I just realized when I look back and looked at some of my iPad Pro, is I actually need to do a thumbnail and description stuff for my video, but that won't take long. It don't take me long to do thumbnails. I don't put any kind of time into it. No kind of time. That's when, like, what's funny is like a couple people on Twitter, or when Roberto Blake on more than one of my thumbnails goes, "Oh, that thumbnail's hot." I'm like, dude, my thumbnails are, I don't want to say they're trash. They're better than they used to be, but they take no time because I'm not a graphic artist. I am no good at this. So it was crazy. I'm
No, DeVoe, he's not changing content to be bigger. He's changing content to feed the audience. That's what they're watching.
And I like talking about it. So it's not like I'm doing content I don't like. That's a sucker move. Don't do no content you don't like just to get big. That's not it. But it's just like I got to make a decision, and YouTube is helping me make that decision. Basically.
I mean, you got to make like John Prosper said, make shit that matters. And
that's
right now, phones matter. Phones get more traction in the tech space than phones.
90% of the time, and Prosper's doing mostly phone stuff too, like 90% of phone stuff. But the good thing is about his thing is that because he has 3 stories, he can dip into other stuff too.
Yep.
CJ's cool. CJ's doing well. CJ knows.
CJ blew up doing that Note 8 stuff out of the year before last.
Yeah, man. That's what I got to triple down on. The next time I do like a big video will be the Note 10. The next time I do one of those kind of like 4K crazy looking, pull out all the stops video, it'll be that one.
Do it. Now, it sucks that you didn't get to do the full video in the car, because that would have been pretty cool.
Dude, I had so many cool ideas, like shots and stuff that would have just blown your face off, but I didn't feel like doing those same shots for the 6S because it didn't make any sense. So I wanted to be realistic about it. I still wanted to, pull out, my friend has the red and I can ask him for help whenever, but I also don't want to do it all the time because it doesn't make any sense. My channel can't keep that up. I got to do it every so often, like when it's special. So the Note 10 will be the next, if he's still around, I still have access to him. That'll be the next one that will look super crispy.
Yeah. Your life changing when you shoot on a red camera, man. Damn.
I remember some shots that I'm like, dang, I actually look pretty good there. I was actually
man, when it was crazy shooting that video with Jonathan Morrison.
Yeah.
And we were shooting at night. And damn, even at night, everything was like
good.
Crispy AF. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, it's no joke, man.
Yeah,
no joke.
Them cameras cost more than my yearly salary, bro. I'm like, damn.
That's why I wasn't touching it.
Yeah. I'll put it exactly tell you when I walked in there, I'm like, not touching it. Nope, no thank you. I'm good.
I'll hold on to this light over here.
Bro, I'm staying in my lane, man. I was the very definition of staying in my lane, bro.
Well, that's the thing. So when I got there at Jomo's place, the first day, I want to shoot something real quick. I had this idea, which was the video I ended up doing. I literally thought, I was like, okay, let me grab one of these Sony A7 IIIs or whatever. And he was like, we're going to shoot it. We're going to shoot it. Let's go get the Aria. I'm like, oh, I didn't ask for all that, but okay. No. The funny, if you watch, I don't know if you remember the video, but at the very beginning of the video, I'm shooting with my iPhone. Yeah.
I started shooting with the iPhone, and John, and he was like, you want to shoot a real video? I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
He's so funny with that, man. He's legit. Like, he's legit cool about that.
I'm like, sure. Why not? What do you have in mind?
Yeah, man. I'm all about it. The only thing that kind of sucked about the whole thing is A, I got sick at the very end, and B, we never got to do a secondary collab. So we were supposed to do another collab altogether. One of them I chickened out on doing, and then the other one I just couldn't come up with a good enough idea. Then at the end, he was like, well, let me just shoot something with you. And I'm like, I don't want to just shoot something. I want it to be special. Like, I feel that one video we did was special, and I want to do another special video. So that'll have to come. But the one video I was going to do for Twitter, because I was going to do like a little short video for Twitter and then like another one for my actual channel. I'll tell you what the Twitter video was going to be, but I ended up chickening out because as I got to know him and how sweet of a guy he is and how awesome he is, I could not do it. It wasn't mad. It wasn't mean or anything. It was just one of those. It would have been a very cringe video. So it was going to be. I can only remember one part of it. It was going to be like. It was almost like a Mary F. Kill. If you ever know those, like who would you marry, who would you F, who would you kill? Except for it was like who would the final question, because it was like these 3 questions, and it was like, if you don't want to answer this first one, I got a worse one. You can pass on this one, but you're gonna get a worse one. And the last one, I can't remember the first 2. The last one was okay. It was MKBHD, Austin, or I can't remember who the third person was I had in there. One of those 3 guys. Which guy would you allow to take your mother on a date, on a Tinder date, and have to watch from a video stream the entire night, all the way through Tinder completion? And I'm like, I could not bring myself. I couldn't do it. I thought it'd be hilarious, but I couldn't do it. He was so sweet and so nice to everybody. And I was like, as funny as it might be and as cringe as it might be for the purpose of being cringe, I'm like, I couldn't do it. So I just never even asked him. I never even told him about it. I said, I can't do what I wanted to do. You want to do this YouTube video? I'll go, I can't do it.
It's funny that you bring it up because remember he did that video with Day 2D. I think
I know that's what pissed me off, because he's like the same question. I'm like, I could have done that. That's almost exactly what I was going to ask him. I'm like, I should have done it.
Yeah, man. You never know, man. You never know.
Should have taken my shot. It is what it is.
Shoot the shot, baby. Shoot the shot. So, speaking of Jonathan Morrison, Travis.
Yeah.
Will we ever see it?
What is it now?
Oh, you know what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, yep. You know what
I hope so. And I've joked with him on Twitter about it. And there's a guy who's named his Twitter handle iPad Review Video. Like, that's his Twitter handle. And every single time Jonathan tweets, he tweets at him and talking about when we go see the iPad review. When we go see the iPad review, when we go see it. I will tell you that it is just the parts that he had shot, which, by the way, he flew people in for. And I don't know that he's made a big deal about this. The amount of money he spent on a video that has never been shown, I wonder how many times he actually does that. Like, he actually spent money. And I don't want to give away something else he did for the creators that showed up, which was incredibly generous. I can tell you offline if you don't know.
I think you told me already, actually.
Did I? I might have. I might have. The hardware that they got?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to spill the beans for him because it's not something he shared. But the reality is, it's amazing to me as much time and energy and money he spent, and that it's never come up. I'm just really curious as to why. That's a question I will ask him next time I see him in person, because I really want to know the answer to that. I feel like there's another video, which this is the one I'm actually brokenhearted about. He shot a video that he ended up releasing later. It was supposed to be a sponsored video about the iPhone XR, like, what was it, iPhone XR like 10 weeks later or something. It was a sponsored video by Marshall, that speaker. And he was wearing my shirt. Not only was he wearing my shirt, he said, "What up, players," at the beginning. It was awesome. It never got out because while I was there, Marshall pushed the video back. They were like, "Oh, well, we need some more time because our something, I don't know. The sponsorship had to get pushed back." He ended up doing the sponsored video about 2 months later, and he used a different video for it. So there's footage of him somewhere with my shirt on saying, "What up, players," like multiple times. And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait." And it just never happened.
Yeah, I bet you mad that didn't get out. You mad? Damn.
Oh, that's the one thing I'm like, I will get him on that though. I really want to see him again. I learned so much about him, and I have such a tremendous. It's so funny from a guy that I didn't know really anything about before everyone in the Discord told me that I should do, because remember originally the video I did on him was actually supposed to be about Austin Evans, and I ended up doing it about Jonathan Morrison because especially Jeff was like, "Yeah, he's a great guy," and now I love the guy, dude. I love that dude. I respect him tremendously. Like, I consider him amazing. I really have a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for the guy. So it is interesting.
He is generous AF, and the work ethic that he puts into his craft is just legendary.
Yeah.
But I think I tweeted at him jokingly because I knew he was going to an Apple event. And I was trying to see if somebody would give me like an Apple shirt from the Apple store. So I tweeted at him jokingly, and the dude DM'd me like, "What do you need?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And got me the shirt. Like, wow.
Yeah, I talked to him like the last night I was there. There was no one else around, and we just chatted for a while. And God, I really love that dude. Like he is, and I mean like on a human being level. Like forget about the creator stuff. First of all, he's an artist, and I've said this before. Like I don't call people artists because I think it's a silly term. That dude is a freaking artist. End of story. Period. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't at me. But as a person, the dude is next level, and I appreciate that about people in the world we live in now being like that, being generous of spirit, being zen as he calls it, and just being good. And we need more of that, man. We definitely need to forget about the stuff he buys from people. That's great. That's stuff that I hope to be able to do someday, but forget about that. Like he is a good dude. It would devastate me if some weird scandal happened about Jonathan Morrison. So I'm just hoping he is not going to show up with some shenanigans, and I don't think he will, because I don't think that's within him. But that would be a one person that I would be like, oh, my faith in humanity is done.
TK, we talking about Jonathan Morrison, man. How cool of a dude he is. Jonathan Morrison's legit, man. That dude is legit, no doubt.
Yeah,
awesome dude.
And Floss seems to be real cool too. He was super nice to do the collab for me. I appreciate that as well, and I'm just appreciative of anyone who's
bro. You have done something that I don't think I've seen anybody do, and that's get Floss to collab.
He doesn't do collabs, does he?
No.
Like, I think, like, who has he done collabs with?
Nobody.
It's crazy. I'm trying to think too. Like, other than the live streams he does with Max Lee, when has he been? I mean, he's
never. I have the only other videos I've seen Floss in that are not his is the YouTuber reaction to that phone event with Danny.
Yeah.
That's it. That dude does not collab. So when he shows up in a Travis video, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and I wish I could have been there watching. I should have live streamed you. I should have Skyped you or something, or FaceTimed you, because I wanted to see the expression on your face when you saw it. So bad I wanted to see that. Because I was like, because you and I are such huge fans of his that I knew it'd be really cool to kind of gather your reaction. Once I saw him El Jefe, I was like, that's what's up. Oh, okay. But once I saw him help El Jefe, yeah, that's what's up. That's right. Yeah, he's talking about Jomo.
Oh my God. Somebody that TK asked me, like, this is a landmark moment. somebody record this moment in history. TK usually got something about everybody, but yeah, you can't mess with Jonathan Morrison, bro. You can't do it.
TK is the man, dude. TK is an interesting dude. I didn't know who he was until he was in your live stream. You were talking about him, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" So then I started researching.
Oh, dude, bro, I have been following TK for probably about 4 or 5 years. Probably
really,
probably longer than that, man. I mean, I've never really talked to him or interacted with him until I became a creator, but I've been following TK for a while now. The dude, I love TK because he is so fucking savage. My God.
Yeah, he is. I dig him on like Twitter and stuff, man. Like when he started popping into my live stream, like, oh man, TK's here. That's cool. And I love when TK comes to my live streams, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it.
TK, man, TK, my dude. Even though we don't agree on this Apple App Store monopoly thing, but my TK, my dude, man. Yeah, that's my guy. I love how savage he is, man. The dude pulls no punches.
Do you see that video he was on when with the computer system when they did ate that hot thing, that hot tamale or whatever the hell?
Oh no, I didn't. No.
Oh, dude. You need to see that. They even made it. I think they made a YouTube clip out of it, or like a Twitter clip out of it. He ate one of those really hot tamales or some stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was. He'll tell you in the chat. The hot pepper, yeah. Oh man, you better look that up. It was on Computer Solutions live stream a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
is that the stream that he got Eric in trouble for?
I don't know, but it was the Ghost Pepper episode, dude. You got to see that. It's
no, I think that was on one of the Wine Wednesday ones. Okay, that's something different. Never mind.
You got to go back and watch that Ghost Pepper video, dude. TK. And then remember, did you see the Twitter video when he was talking and he like chipped his tooth or something when his tooth fell out of his head?
Yep, I saw it.
TK is a mess, dude. TK is a mess.
So he's real, man. He's real as they get, man. He's real as they get.
Bro, TK wasn't really, man. He ate all that stuff. A broken implant. Yeah. Implant. Dude is legit, man. Savagery.
He was like,
did my tooth just come out? Like, what the hell is happening? I was like, I was crying, dude. I was like, what is happening? This is the internet's greatest strength.
Live streaming, man. Came up. No editing, baby. No editing allowed.
Editing. Ugh, savagery.
Oh man, what else is happening here? What else is going on?
What do we got? How many people are watching now? I don't even know.
Got 21.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you people watching this? What's wrong with you?
21 people.
How dare you watch this shenanigans?
Which is like kind of crazy because it's late on Saturday night. It's like after
We ain't talking about, and we ain't talking about nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who are we? There you go. So what about John Wick? So here's the thing. I own both John Wicks, and I'm definitely going to see John Wick 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I don't need to see it in a theater. I have a theater in my house. I'm going to buy it on 4K. So I don't even care. I didn't even know it was coming out today because I don't need to watch the trailer. I didn't know it was coming out today. It's irrelevant to me. I'm buying it. So it doesn't matter.
So you're not going to go see it in the theater then?
Nope. I'm just going to buy it. I have a 100-inch screen in the other room with 7.2.4 surround. I'm good. It was fire. That's good, TK. That's good. I'm going to buy it. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. I'll be going to the theater tomorrow to see that, definitely.
John Wick is everything, man.
John Prosser's having an identity crisis on Twitter.
What is he doing? What is he doing now?
Apparently, when he searches his name on Safari, it brings up his Twitter and it shows that he's verified, but he's not really verified.
Shenanigans, man. Twitter verification. I kind of wish we had done. See, and here's the thing, Viper. Had we been doing this YouTube thing a couple of years back, we probably could have got verified back when they were actually accepting applications. And now you just some magical stuff.
I think they still verifying people, but I
they
think
do verify people, but there's no official process.
No, I think the way it's happening is that like if you're a bigger YouTuber and you're part of an MCM, I think the MCM handles all that. I think that's how people get
that last part.
Huh?
Say that last part again.
So if you're a bigger YouTuber and you're part of an MCN or a network or something like that, I think that's how people are getting verified through their MCMs or their agencies or whatever. I don't think there's no official direct link to getting verified.
There's definitely not anymore.
I think if you're part of a bigger network or company or agency, then they can get that agency or company can get you verified.
Probably. I just wish I knew someone at Twitter that could just hook that check mark up.
That would be nice, but one day.
I'll slide you a 20.
One day.
Maybe 25. 25 in s'mores. S'mores frappuccino.
Yeah, Travis. That's the other thing that's cracking me up on Twitter. It must have been 2 weeks ago when I first posted that picture of me having the s'mores frap. I did not expect it to blow up the way it blew up on Twitter.
Yeah, like you're the s'mores thing. Now here's the thing. I had s'mores back when it first came out, and I thought it was pretty good.
Hell yeah.
The one down this, but I was never like over the moon about it. However, they've brought it back, and I can only speak for the one down the street from my house because I had one from the Starbucks and the Target the other day, and it just reminded me of the one from 2 years ago. The one down the street from my house is different. It is so much better. It is so creamy. There's so much like marshmallow stuff, and it's so delicious. You can't taste the coffee as much as the one that I had the other day. That I'm addicted to that one. And I wonder the people that are having bad experiences, which one they're getting. Are they getting the one that I had like I had the other day, which wasn't that great, or the one that I had that's amazing? So I don't know. I think they're having the one that I had the other day, which wasn't that special.
It sucks because it really depends on the barista that's making it, man.
Yep.
Some people make it good, and then some people make it like they don't know what the hell they're doing.
100%. I don't think there's even like they probably teach you a little bit of how to do it, but the baristas, man, like some of the drinks they measure out. I don't know that they measure much of anything out for the fraps. Like some of it they do, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Since I don't like whipped cream, but on the s'mores frap, I have it on the bottom. I just throw it on the top. I can't do that.
I want it all over the place.
But yeah, whipped cream, I usually keep it on the bottom. Don't have it on the top because I tried the s'mores without the whipped cream at all, and it messes up the composition. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I got to have it on the bottom
somewhere. Yeah, I agree. It has to be in there somewhere. Yeah.
So yeah, s'mores without whipped cream. It's not s'mores. It's some jabroni drink that I came up with. So, but as long as I don't see the whipped cream, I can work with
that. Tomorrow I'll go with bottom whip. I'd like some bottom whip, please.
That's right. I'll be like, give me a 54 frap, whipped cream on the bottom only. Only on the bottom.
On the bottom. Put the whipped cream straight in my mouth.
Mess my 4 frap, you're getting bodied. I'm saying. We got a problem around here. But yeah, when I posted a picture, And then also I got all these people like showing me pictures of them getting the more crap. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
It's craziness.
You are like really a true influencer, like in so many ways. Legitimately are. And to be honest, like you should be trying to keep track of this stuff as like social proof for these brands, because like you're able, like I would be snipping a lot of these tweets that people are sending you and like really show this, because that is legitimately what an influencer is. And a lot of us forget about that. And you've done this on more than one occasion for more than one product in no joking way, like legitimately. So I think what you should be doing from now on is really paying attention to when you do that and like getting some statistics behind it. Like take those pictures. El Jefe Reviews. What's up, my man? And start putting that into a portfolio, man. Get that Andrew Edwards portfolio going. Andrew could tell you how to get it set up.
There need to, man. I need to. Like I did not expect that to go the way that it went. Like what's going on? And it keeps happening. It keeps happening. I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Been lurking since the first stream. Did you know? So Jeff is funny because Jeff's had at least one, and I feel like he had two because someone else said something about this. Weird things where he's met people. He said he met someone because I remember we were talking about earlier, like meeting people who know you on Twitter. He had one that happened at his job, which he said, which was hilarious. He said he went into work somewhere and a guy had just he didn't know him, had just watched like one of his reviews, and then Jeff walks into the room. And I just watched him. He had no idea that he worked in the same company or anything. It's amazing.
Hey, Jeff, you wouldn't
lurkers. That's funny.
Hey, Jeff, you wouldn't happen to be near your death now, would you?
Yeah, you gotta get on in, man.
I mean, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock Pacific time.
New guy in sales, yeah.
New guy in sales. That is crazy.
But someone said, someone the other day said that something similar. They saw, like, I think it was Jeff, like they walked by and they saw someone watching one of Jeff's videos or something. I forget what it was. I can't remember the story. I think Jeff would probably remember. Jeff's more famous than both of us, man. He is the headphone king. I can't be chilling with the wife. Tell her we said hey.
Why this annoys me. Stuff shows up on my iPad. Stuff on my iPad delayed. Maybe because I'm on Wi-Fi, but damn, dude. The hell.
Yeah, I just got to pull up on the side. On the side of our Hangouts.
Okay.
Oh, his coworker was watching the Truly Wireless the Earbud series. That's funny. He walked in. His buddy was watching Jeff. That's kind of cool. Oh, so here's something interesting. This literally just happened tonight, and it's so much so that like I know this YouTuber's big, and I don't really watch. My girlfriend does, but it's interesting. I went to this was it Thai food place or whatever, and on the TV they're running this guy who he's trying different foods, and he's one of these guys my girlfriend loves to watch eat. It's like a mukbang guy, but at this like Taiwan place they play his stuff all the time, and I'm like, wouldn't that be trippy if like you're a food blogger and there's a restaurant somewhere that just runs your YouTube videos on the big screen TV just the entire business day? And for us, it'd be like a tech channel that, have like a tech business. And I would want to know about that, right? So I was like, you should just leave him a message because that's pretty cool. Like, that's kind of interesting.
That is very interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to know that. You would know if people are using the Vyper. But listen, I need some payment for this. Give me the dollars and you can use my video all you want.
Well, it's funny you say that because Mixer asked if they could use my video on their Facebook site. I'm like, sure, why not? As long as you tell them where it came from.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to be paid for that, but you need the links. You need the link back.
Right. Damn it! Don't be trying to not give me my credit, bro.
That's right.
Oh man, it's like wow. It's so interesting talking to you about YouTube and just our YouTube journey, because if you would have told me that I would have ended up in Los Angeles last year, I'd have been like, huh? What?
Yeah, right.
And now, and even you, like, you're going to be at VidCon and VidSummit. Like, you would have never thought that was going to happen, right?
I do. And we started around the same time. So it's really cool that we've had, our journeys are different as they should be, because we're two different people, but we both have things we can look back on and go, whoa, what?
Yeah, man. When you had the Mr. Mobile come up in your video, like the way you do it is so cool, because nobody knows what's happening with your video because you don't put them in the title.
I don't put it in the title or anything.
Nope. So 1 minute is Travis talking and he's like, oh, about how about this guy? And then Mr. Bro like, oh, And he was on the streets of Barcelona too. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. So, and here's the thing. That's my proof that I'm not trying to do it for like any kind of clout, because I never put them in the title. Never. Because I want it to be a surprise. Like, that's the point of it for me. And I know that at some point, maybe I'm missing out on a couple of views here and there by not putting in the title, but I don't care. I want it to be a surprise. Like, that's the whole point. That's the art in it. Yeah, I forgot about the Mr. Mobile thing. I remember him down for a while, but he was really cool. And the whole reason that even happened was because he was on Painfully Honest Tech's podcast. Zach mentioned my video to him. I tweeted it to him. He watched it, left a comment, loved it. And then for months after that, I just kind of stayed a little bit of kind of in the periphery. And then one day I was like, okay, let me cash in. And he was like, all right. Oh, shoot. I was like, cool.
Bam. That's what's up, man. Yeah, now we got security team up here. We got Genosis and El Jefe out there doing the damn thing. So like I was telling you earlier, like it's kind of difficult for me to collab on video for people because I turn around my videos so fast.
Yeah,
I'm usually shooting and editing and putting it out the same day.
Yeah,
but that one video where I had like 80 of you all on there for the Apple video.
Yeah,
I figured I figured okay, I just need 30 to 60-second clip. I could just hit them up on Twitter or text, and if they can, they can't. And they can, and yeah. But it worked out like that's how I collab. Like it kind of sucks because that doesn't really work for most creators because you guys have a schedule and things like that going on where you can't really like stop what you're doing. But I got lucky, man. Like I got like 4 people to send me actual clips and stuff, and then the other ones people let me borrow. So that turned out really well.
Yeah, I think, and Jeff, man, listen, man, I hope to meet Mr. Mobile and give him a hug too. I think that's awesome. But yeah, I think for you, like if you want to do collabs, first of all, you're in a perfect position because I think, like I said, like you even said, people are more than happy to do it for you. You just have to know well in advance, like a particular subject you're gonna hit. That's like kind of an evergreen subject that you don't have to get out the same day. Which you have. I mean, you have thoughts on like expensive phones and stuff. So literally, that could be you could do that any week you want to, and really work to get like MKBHD or Mr. Mobile or whoever to just leave a little bit of a video and say, hey, can I have you do this? And because I'm going to talk about expensive phones, and that's evergreen. So, but yeah, when you're trying to you're hitting like new stuff as it happens, kind of, and that makes it difficult for you to be able to do that. But then again, you're so nimble, which I'm kind of jealous of. Not jealous, but I'm envious of. Because I'd like to be a little bit more nimble myself when I can be. But at this point, I'm just basically looking for the bigger stories and trying to, make something out of it. So, but I do see I see you.
I do what I can.
You got it, man. You got it.
Yeah. Being nimble doesn't always agree with the algorithm, but man, that's what it is.
But here's the thing, man. You just never know in that one video. Like that 5G video, if you would have told me beforehand that you were going to do that and not spend a lot more time talking about like the phone more specifically, like in the title and everything and like in the video, I would say, yeah, you probably do it. Probably be okay. I would have never been able to tell you, yeah, a couple thousand views in 24 hours, son, you doing it. I'd be like, there's no way. I did a 5G video not that long ago talking about the same stuff and it didn't do anything. You're out here doing it big, man. Your video got more views than mine did. So, you just never know, man. That algo, son.
The crazy thing of YouTube, man. Crazy thing about YouTube. Yeah, but now that video went over 5,000 views, which is like, what the hell is going on?
That's great, man. I'm excited to see what you do next. We find out.
The magic of YouTube, figuring out how to follow that up. But
that's what I'm saying, man. I've been sending that right to that Verizon guy. Look, man, look at this. See what. We need to do something. Send me one of these phones. You see the people are hot for me right now. You want me?
What's up, Vasilios? How you doing, man?
You should do a video about, is it worth buying? If you have access to 5G and you live in a Verizon thing, is it worth buying the S10?
I'm pretty sure I covered that in the video.
Did you?
It's definitely not worth buying. Like the problem with 5G right now, it's not really a network. It's more like patches and coverage. So as soon as you leave a certain area, you're back to 4G. So it's like,
is Verizon charging more for 5G?
Actually, I think they are. I think they're charging $10 more a month for 5G.
Kiss my ass with that.
Say it with your chest, Travis. Say it with your chest.
Just saying, man. Come on, son.
I mean, but I think they're all gonna end up charging more for 5G. I think T-Mobile said they're not gonna charge more.
Yeah. That's why I love T-Mobile. All right, DDV. Be good, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Oh, TK going live with the OnePlus 7 Pro. I see you, TK. Okay, what's up?
Oh, he's going live? Oh,
going live.
Yeah,
TK in live. Oh man.
Wait for 6G. Wait for 6G.
Right, so, anything else happening here? Let's see,
The only thing I know is I'm happy that this computer has not blown up yet. It must be something that it might have been that one USB port and or the webcam, because I think the webcam's dead. And now I'm using my DSLR. So it looks like everything's going to hold together. The question is, do I plug in these last couple of things? There's one USB hub that I've not plugged in, but I'm going to do my live stream tomorrow first before I plug anything in.
Yeah. Better make sure you got it all great.
Yeah.
El Jefe, you sound like the president. You want 6G, huh? El Jefe ain't satisfied. You want that 6G, bro.
I mean, that's 6G, son. We can't be waiting around.
Yeah, that sounded like Donald Trump. Give me that 6G. We ain't even got 5G yet. He wants 6G.
He wants a lot of things. He wants a lot.
So, I know what I can ask you.
There's Zach.
Oh, damn it. See, everything is delayed for me. Oh, there he is. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man?
That's right.
Me and Travis hanging out, shooting shit, pretty much.
Pretty much.
How has live, because you don't have a second channel, so you do live streams on your main channel. How has that affected your momentum?
It's great for Saturday videos. And they unlist right after. So, but I still get about 100 views or so over the course of a week, even after it unlists, because people get the email notification and they can watch it.
Right.
So I still get views after the fact. And it has not hurt, but it helps a lot. The initial velocity, the first hour, it helps a lot. Now, whether that ends up making a difference later, sometimes it doesn't make any difference at all. There's just a really weird YouTube's it used to be more predictable, and it's just not predictable anymore. I had a video 2 weeks ago. They got 1,300 views in the first hour.
Ooh.
And didn't hardly, I think it ended up with like 5,000 views or something like that overall, which is like, it's not the way it should have happened. It should have been substantially bigger, but that's why you can't worry. You know what? I'm starting to kind of get down the path of just saying, you know what? Just make the videos you want to make that you know are good, and just enjoy that and be done with it. Once upon a time, 100 views was enough for me. So I need to just...
Crazy how life changed, right? I used to complain to Roberto Blake about nobody watching my videos.
Now there's always someone watching your videos.
Yeah.
Always.
Like, pretty humbling, because even with the videos that I don't expect to get that many views, like whenever I put out a case video, I know unless it's like an Apple case or a Samsung case, I'm not gonna get a lot of views.
Yeah.
When I do the videos for Rinky or anybody else, those videos don't really get many views, but they still get at least a couple hundred views, even though I know they're not gonna get that many. So just knowing that there's still like a couple hundred people out there that's gonna end up seeing the video anyway, it's like humbling, really.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's all about keeping that stuff in perspective. Because to be perfectly honest, like, and I think Roberto Blake said this once, it's like some people complain about when they're really small, like getting 20, 30 views. It's like, if you stood in a room with 20, 30 people that want to hear what you have to say, you would think you're pretty badass.
Yeah.
So if you do it to YouTube and say, you know, I got 100 views. If you stood in a room with 100 people that want to hear what you have to say, you know you going home and getting some nookie.
Perspective is everything, no doubt. Perspective is everything. All right, I feel like I'm taking up a lot of your time, and I don't want to take up all your time.
I just remembered just now when you said it, like at first I was going to say, no, I don't have anything to do. And I'm like, oh, actually, I do have to do my thumbnail and my thing for tomorrow, so I better go do that.
Yeah, you got to do your thumbnail.
Yeah.
So I think, appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. I think we are good to go. I mean, damn, it's been like almost 5 hours between these two streams. So I think you guys have had enough Viper for one Friday evening.
That was pretty good.
Kind of back to normal-ish, but not quite, but we'll get there. But thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Make sure you come back on Sunday night for the very last live stream recap of Game of Thrones. Oh my goodness. There might be a few curse words thrown around. I can't promise I'll be good. Yeah, I can't promise anything, but I'll be live streaming, so that's where I'll be. But until Sunday night, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.